How's everyone looking?
I'm
I'm
ready
good.
whenever.
I'm here with the sheet open. I'm ready. Forget what's happening. It's been so long. We're on the quest to do the thing. We completely destroyed a quest. We fucked the last one, didn't we? Is that the last thing that
To
happened?
find someone to give us more information about the pieces of the Holy Trident. I don't know what it was called.
Hmm. But
It's
it
like the
should be in
Trident
here.
of the Deep or something.
Yeah,
I
there's a
think.
huge list of stuff here. It should be in there. No.
We fucked over a bar, stole the person.
Very own's journal will have it in there. Let me read. Let's have a flick through. A trident of mer people crafted by dropped in the temper of the mer
Like
people.
maybe a very short introductory thing, maybe chronologically, because that'll probably help the boy, of what this campaign is all about. Because I imagine he probably knows almost nothing about it.
Pretty much.
So basically, this is D&D's D&D, DJ's backstory.
DJ DMD playing D&D.
Yeah, it's like Tiny Tina's. So he is basically a what was he? He was a. We captured him, and he's slowly raising his way up through the ranks. But we are the main officers of the crew, and so
Right, okay.
we're sort of explaining what's happening through our story, is how it's affecting D&D. Keep saying it. DJ's growth as a person and as a pirate, and he's
Okay.
part of the crew.
No, nice.
So yeah.
This is your captain.
Speaking.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
This is
He's-
Bazok the Undying.
He's actually really good.
100%.
You also have Fen, if you want to say a little bit about yourself, super quick for Big Bazza.
Yeah, sure thing. So Fen is a cleric. He is sort of the crew's kind of medic, religious person, but he's not very good at that kind of thing. He's quite sinister and brutal at times. And
Resident Bible basher.
yeah, basically.
Just a Christian then.
He's pretty fucking savage as well, to be fair.
Yeah. Don't piss him off because he will murder you and your whole family.
He absolutely
Okay.
will.
Well, if I want to die, I'll have a word with you.
What about Frafilu?
Well, Frafilu is
I'm good,
a
thanks.
big lizard man who doesn't actually say anything apart from R. So it's been pretty difficult to roleplay, to be honest. But he's really good at smashing things and being a pirate, which was
Hey, that's all that matters.
yeah, hit the nail on the head, but hit it
Can you-
sideways. So
Still went in.
yeah, but yeah, it's all right. He had the other character that I played, another barbarian, was his old
Weapon.
nemesis from being a weapon nuevo, from being a gladiator, and we killed him. So like his story arc is done. It's great. I can just cut about and absorb the whole world.
Sweet.
Oh, nice.
An-Zaw?
An-Zaw is a barbarian with a glaive and is here for a good time, not a long time.
That's not true.
Sounds like Enfield.
Sweet. And Talen-Ra?
Talen-Ra is the ship's sort of repairman. He fixes all the guns, any broken parts of the ship. He's also quite a sinister dude, and his favourite hobby is firing injured sailors out of the front cannon.
Hey.
Yeah,
So the ship-
captured sailors to like start attacks on other ships. He fires Yeah, he fires people out the cannon. Does splatter against other ships.
He's
Mhm.
chaos. It's been great.
Sweet. So you've met Bazok, you've met Fen, Talen-Ra, Frafilu, and An-Zaw. The pirate crew are called the Forked Tongue Marauders, and you are all Argonians. Among your ranks is also this guy. Uh, da, 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 da.
Roll 20 is shitting the bed right now.
There is also this
Gamjaw,
man.
where is he?
Yeah,
This
oh,
is
Coaxel first.
Coaxel. He is another one of the lieutenants. He is kind of a little bit smaller than everyone else. He doesn't really have much in terms of skills, but he's definitely a schemer.
Mm-hmm.
And his right hand man is this fucking dude,
This thing.
Gamjaw, who I don't know how or what, but he has rolled some outrageous rolls in this campaign so far.
Number one were his stats. They're
And they're our
outrageous.
lieutenants, did you say, sorry?
These are the lieutenants, yeah. So Fen,
Yeah.
Talen-Ra, An-Zaw, and Frafilu are all lieutenants, as is Gamjaw and Coaxel. At
Did
this
you put the picture
stage,
of Gamjo? Didn't come up for me.
did
Yeah,
I
it
not
didn't,
show?
Yeah, it didn't come up for me
now.
either.
Yeah.
Does that come up now?
Yeah.
Yes.
There
Fucking
he
hell.
is. There's Gamjaw.
Relegator.
He's
He
considered a
is-
large piece, so he takes up 4 squares.
He is a fucking weapon. Beautiful. So the vessel that you guys are on is called the Beast, and this is basically the ship that you guys are on now. Barry, you have not actually joined the ship yet.
Harry.
Yeah.
Cool.
Barry is Dina, and you will get a chance to explain your yourself momentarily, and then we'll go through quickly what we've all been doing, and we can start the campaign from where we all left off.
Yes. Good idea.
So you find yourself sailing. You're having a fucking grand time, and all of a sudden you see out on the distance a wreckage floating on the water's surface. You see a sailor seemingly passed out, clinging to scraps of wood. One of the marauders calls out, "Man overboard, X, Y, and Z," and you pull up this lifeless looking person onto the deck. All right, Barry, when the others look at you, what do they see?
A 5-foot Argonian pirate. Well, wannabe pirate, should I say,
A
not pirate.
wannabe
Just
pirate.
yeah. I guess I want to join because I'm running from the law and I want to make a name for myself in the pirate kingdom.
Okay. So, one of these guys.
Or
Does
You're
everyone
gonna
have
find
vision?
One Piece.
Can everyone see what they're doing?
I do.
Uh-huh.
Sweet. All right. So, this guy right next to you, Barry, is gonna throw a little water over you, and he's
Mhm.
gonna wake you up. What is the first thing you do?
I ask where I am and how I got here
Um,
after shaking off the water.
he's gonna say to you, "We found you on the wreckage. What ship are you from?"
I'm from Nurse Ship. I was on a government ship, I guess, being sent to prison, and I managed to escape. But obviously, my escape didn't go too well.
Okay. The moment you say the word government, I need you, Barry, to roll initiative.
Alright.
Yes.
One.
What on earth?
Oh man. Take my
All
chicken
right.
up.
What is going on?
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah, I can.
look at that.
Oh. Hey.
All right. Sweet. All right. Barry. Du-du-du-du. This guy right here is just gonna run up to you and hear the word government and shout, "He's a spy!" And he is just gonna give you a good old smack across the face. He is going to hit you with his Marauder Scimitar. 15 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, so as he goes to like swing down on you while you're still on the floor, you
You.
just like boot his arm away, and then he can't really do anything. As this guy sees, he's also gonna run at you and try to hit you with the claws, which
Okay.
also misses. You just like knock his hands away with your tail. What do you do?
I'm gonna say to him, I don't want to fight. I was a prisoner. I'm not a spy. And I'll show him like a prison tattoo or something on my leg.
Make
If-
me a persuasion check.
Alright, let's put some salt on this food.
I'm gonna say DC 12.
12, okay. That one. Let's have a look.
And here we
Persuasion. 7.
7. Okay. Hearing the word prisoner, Bazok is gonna walk down to the. He's gonna walk down to the bottom, and he is going to roar a mighty roar. And everyone is going to immediately stop what they're doing, and he's going to shout to you, everyone aboard this ship must prove their worth. And it's still your turn.
Right, okay. Well, I'll grab the guy in front of me, and I will just have a look at my character sheet. Will be a sec. I will just.
Give him the sledge.
I won't grab him. Oh, sorry, I will grab him. I'll take a big bite out of him and like grab onto him, almost taking him hostage, and start to walk backwards. See if...
Okay.
Oh, you gotta kill him.
He is looking seriously injured.
That's-
So as you, where do you bite him?
just like around, not nowhere major, like on the shoulder,
Yeah, so like
tricep
what, like
area.
from behind him, you bit hold of him and you're like dragging him off. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like walking away, saying I'm nerve for it.
All right.
But I
So
will
you've,
prove
like-
myself if I must.
Okay. Sweet. What the fuck is that?
What's that?
I don't know, is it Fraser or something?
Scottish rap.
Whoever that is, can you turn it off? Because it's fucking doing me head in. Yeah, it's super loud, man. That's all good.
Is it actually? Is it your mic? It might be your camera that's picking up the audio now.
Yeah, probably. You sound different.
Yeah, it's a lot louder.
Yep. You sound a bit more tinny.
Sound less Scottish.
While you're doing that, this guy here. Yep, way
Yeah.
I
better.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's normal now.
He's gone for a. Oh shit, that should have been a throw.
Uh-oh.
Boom. He goes to lunge at you with the spear, and you just like edge past it, and it just goes straight through the gap.
Mm-hmm.
This first guy is gonna try and
Right, I'm back.
maneuver around, and he is gonna try and bite you back.
Okay.
Doesn't do much. Like everyone else around now is starting to like crowd round and like cheer. What are you gonna do?
I will cast at nobody. I'm gonna grab my hand axe and just hit the floor in front of me with a referral smite to make like a big boom and say you could really do with me and your pirate crew. So
Okay.
I don't want to kill anyone.
That ethereal spite or whatever it is, can you drop it in the chat so I know what it does?
Yeah, referrals.
Wrathful.
Wrathful, sorry, I thought you said
Yeah.
like
Wrathful smite.
Yeah, I thought you said raffle smite at first.
Raffle
I was like, what on
smite.
earth is that? It's like it's a
The-
50-50 if you got it.
I thought he said
DC
ethereal spike.
DC 12 wisdom save. So this geezer here is just gonna straight up go for that save right now.
But yeah, I'm not actually hitting anybody because I don't want to
Nah, that's
kill
fine.
anyone.
He got a nat 1, and I'm gonna say that he just like flies backwards into all
Yeah,
of these
yeah,
like
yeah.
crates.
Mhm.
This guy is wisdom save. He also flies backwards and goes down the stairs. Can you make me a persuasion check with advantage now?
Yeah.
Because you have thoroughly caught Bazok's attention.
It will be a sec. Persuasion.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll do. So Bazok calls everyone, and he's like, arms down, and everyone just like stands still. He takes a step towards you and just lays a hand on your shoulder, and he says, this one will make a fine addition.
I
And
start cheering and I'll put 5 points of lay on hands into that dude I nearly killed. Yeah, make sure he's
yeah,
boom, done.
he kind of like gets up and just kind of he's definitely being embarrassed in front of all the boys, and he just fucking does one. But everyone else is pretty happy. The boys are cheering and clapping. It's been a while since there's been some new blood on the ship, and we're all happy to have another one. Coaxel looks over at you from the stairs. He has a keen eye for people in your line of work, and he will I think he will probably be watching you quite carefully.
Okay.
Sweet. So this ship that we are on is the Beast. Does anyone want to give a quick rundown on what has happened so far? And I will share the relevant things so that you can see them as we're going.
I'm struggling to think.
Established
right now.
ourselves as a very fearsome pirate crew. We did some pirating,
Mm-hmm.
and we picked up a small argonian who was like a stowaway on a different ship, and then he proved himself when the captain himself was actually attacking him during his test, similar to the one you've just gone through. And he's just been carting about with us. We've been following the captain's orders. We've met a lot of other ships that we pass by every now and again, traders and some really cool characters. Actually, we'll see them soon, I think. And yeah, we came across this really crazy book while fighting a giant squid underwater, and it was some kind of fancy.
It was this one.
Yes,
Book.
there we go. The
You also
ancient
got
book.
all that information from the one word of R.
Yep.
Real long
This is
drawn
what I
out one.
mean.
Yep.
This is what I mean. Like, I get to just sit and like not really say much and just absorb everything that's going on. It's great.
Frafilu's gonna have to take the telekinetic feat at this rate.
I'm gonna have to learn
Oh,
sign
fuck.
language, is what I think, and really annoy you guys by like making really aggressive hand signals at you. But
You can
yeah,
do
we're-
that in
we're
your
on the-
downtime.
we're on the quest for the trident of Atlantean something or other, and we don't really know very much about it yet. But the captain and one of the magic item traders that we know are kind of leading this march just now, so we're just being sent places.
Sweet.
Bit of pirateering, nice.
Good.
You also have. Oh, I nearly shared the wrong fucking thing then. Lamaya.
Spoiler
You-
alert.
Yeah, it fucking was. You also have this sea map, which is Bazok's personal map that he's had drawn up. It is a normal map of Tamriel that he's just ripped straight down the middle and sewed up down the center, and it
Okay.
joins all of the world's oceans together.
Ah, right. Nice.
The little circle, kind of in the center to the right, is a place called. Oh fuck! I've just closed Roll20 like an absolute divot.
Basically where we are right now.
Yeah,
Unless
this.
we've moved.
So
What, to the east on that circle? That's circled. Did you say? That's where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We've just set ablaze a lovely tavern.
So the
and,
book, the book that you found was all in written in Elvish or Elven, or whatever the official name for that language is. And your man decoded the book, and it is an encyclopedia of ancient and mystical sea monsters. And a few pages were ripped out, and Bazok was extremely interested in what these pages had to say. And once they'd been translated, we found out that there is a mystical trident kicking around in the sea somewhere that gives the user control over the beasts of the sea. So we are on a quest at the moment to retrieve these pieces of this trident. And one of our magical contacts, or one of the contacts that deals in kind of magical items and lore and things like that, has said that he can get hold of one of the pieces as long as we can provide him with some biological samples of some of the creatures that
Oh,
we're
that's
going to
me.
go look for.
BRB.
Forgot about this bit, yeah.
So we have a couple of little things to do at the moment. If you pull up the fucking hell, I've nearly sent you again. If you pull up the sea map, we are at the moment on this circular area. The boys went to this tavern last time in search of this
No.
guy who could tell them more about the legend. And they had the opportunity to do it nicely, but instead they set the whole place on fire and killed every single person inside.
Hey.
We tried nicely, it didn't work.
They tried nicely, and it just
Rolled
wasn't
that
happening.
once.
So what I'm going to do quickly is just for banter, I'm going to throw you into Corsair Sanctuary so you can kind of see what they
Yeah.
left it.
Wait till
Oh.
you see. If you
Right,
should
okay.
have seen how many NPCs there were before this happened, there
Yeah,
was not a
they.
seat empty in the place, and not one person escaped alive. I think.
Yep, every single
That was
person is
not
dead.
okay. Dude. Okay.
So we are at Corsair Sanctuary now, which is that kind of circular area on the map. Archimedes, your contact, has marked things on the map for you. The square with the circle, the line through it on the I guess west coast is where you found the sunken vessel that gave you the map in the first place and sort of introduced this whole campaign. The two tridenty looking pieces are exactly what they say on the
Yeah,
tin.
the trident.
They
Yeah.
are the locations that we believe two of the fragments of the trident are placed. And then the three X's, one at the top left, bottom left, and close towards us, kind of in the middle, are where Archimedes has said we should find these three creatures that he wants us to get samples of. So at this stage, I need to know kind of where you guys want to sail.
Hmm.
If
I was
we're
at the tavern before. Fucking hell.
Yep.
Jeez, that's a big piano. That's a huge piano.
Yeah, I mean, there's an X relatively close to us, but I mean, that's like the middle one of the three.
I was
feel
gonna
like we should go
say,
to the
Well,
north
if
one
we go,
first.
yep, that would
Yeah,
be
I
my
think
thing.
we'll go
So
north.
if we
Yeah,
get
like
the
Castle
closest
Force.
one to us
Yeah.
now, go to the top, then we can loop back round.
Well, the thing is, if we go to the one that's closest to us, we go to the one at the top, we'll loop back round anyway because we're in a globe.
Yeah.
So we don't have to go all the way around, do we? Unless,
Oh, yeah,
unless
one
we're flat earthing.
Okay.
What do you mean
GM's
we'll loop back round
discretion.
anyway? If we go off the top, we don't come out the bottom. That's not how a globe
Yeah.
works.
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
know.
appear on the
Maybe?
top right-hand side because you follow the
True.
portrait, not landscape. I mean, both sort of, but like it's weird. You
So
go corner to
basically,
corner.
we can either go to that first X, and I'll quickly make some shit for the very top, because the very top is like halfway done, but I reckon I can do it pretty quick.
What about the
Um,
close one?
the closest one we can do, and the
Let's go that
closest
one.
trident we can do. So we can either go north or we can go south, basically, at present.
So what are
So
the X's? Just the
the
stuff we need to
X's
get for the guy.
are biological, they
Yeah,
are
yeah,
where
yeah,
these
yeah.
creatures supposedly live.
Mhm. Okay.
And we will be able to get these samples. And once we've got all three samples, we take them to Archimedes, and he will give us a piece of the trident, and then we can go around, pick up the other two, and we can forge it. So I just need to know whether you want to go north or south, basically, at the moment. And then next time we play, I'll give you a little bit more free roam.
Which ones have you got better coverage of?
I did the north and south both because they are fully done, because I didn't know which way you were going to want to go. I highly, highly doubt that because there's going to be things in between going to these as well.
Fair enough. We'll go to the
So-
closest one north if everyone wants to go north.
Yeah, I
I'll
vote
disagree
north.
because it's my first hour on the ship.
You have no vote.
Yeah.
You're not a lieutenant, Barry, so you don't get a say.
Sir Barry.
I've got my eye on you,
Sweet. So, do you want to go?
Oh yeah, baby.
half cleric.
So, are you wanting to go north?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think.
Oh, getting I got a chocolate eclair.
All right then.
Let's slay
So-
some beasties.
You set off to go north. Bazok orders you all to start hoisting the sails and manning the cannons and X, Y, and Z, because you're heading out through trading waters and to where you need to be. As you get out into the area where most of the merchants live, you see something you
Where's
have
my
seen before. On the horizon, you see a flag with a pig's head on it.
Hig's head. What's a hig?
pig
Oh yeah.
Pig.
head.
Just found my webcam as well, so Fraser won't be the only one.
You got your webcam on?
Yeah, we'll be on in a minute once I put a t-shirt on.
It's not OnlyFans, come on.
Not yet, it's not. Hey,
Oh my
Mm.
god, where the hell? Where are
I'm
these
gonna have to make
things?
room on the
Maybe
screen.
later. There we go.
All right.
Hey, hang on, bud.
Nice.
All right.
So a play.
So on the horizon, you see this glorious man. This is Barry's first meeting of Butcher.
You
Shorts documentary about
You fucking what?
rum.
Yeah. So you have the opportunity before you head out on this mission to purchase various meats.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what does he butcher, people or animals?
Oh, he only butchers animals.
Okay.
But the way this works is we don't really have potions. There are some kicking around, but the way it's gonna work mostly is that because you're all animals and you all have really good regenerative lizard abilities, by eating good quality meat, you will basically amplify your natural healing abilities. So, based on what you go out and kill, if it's like fish or if it's octopus or fucking seagull or whatever it is, they all have different health values that they heal. And if you eat meat on a turn, the turn after you will regain X amount of health. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
heal over time rather than it instantly.
Yes, correct.
Thank you
Okay.
for covering that again. I totally forgot that was a mechanic.
Yep. So,
So
as
if
an
we catch like a
example,
giant shark, it'll be better than like just a cod.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically. So he has a number of different meats and stuff available. I don't know if you can see it on. It's on the GM notes. I will copy this into the thing because you won't have seen this before. But
Can I grab my drink?
here is his menu. Da-da. So he's got some dried seagull, some raw fish, some dried beef jerky, herb infused lamb chop, and he also has like mystery meat, which is like kind of this weird bag of meat that isn't big enough to make good cuts, but you know, it's a mystery. So you might do well and get
Yeah.
something good, or you might
Chicken nuggets.
or you might get something
Kind of like toffee all sorts from Thornton's.
exactly.
It's like trying a Chinese takeaway you've never had.
Yeah, they're
before.
the same thing.
Dino, can you roll a D? Tell you what, can you roll 6d30?
Okay, I don't have that with me. I'll do it. 60-30.
Yeah, why not? Okay, you have 60 gold.
Hey.
Is there anything you're gonna want to buy?
I'll buy some.
This goes for all of you, by the way.
Yeah, I'd like to buy some mystery meat. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy
Yes,
some
can you-
mystery meat.
Cool. So, can each of you both roll me a d6, please?
Easy, mate.
And to take 40 gold from your
I got a 6.
I got
Okay.
one, bruv.
So, Fraser, you get like some really raggy looking shite meat, and when you pull it out of the bag, it looks not super great. But it will heal you 1d3.
A D3, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Raji meat 1D3.
Raggy meat, pure Rajo. Where are we? Dun, 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 dun. And you can add that mystery meat to your inventory. Dean, you got a 6, so you pull out like a really nice red cut, and it will heal you 1d6 plus 2.
Okay, is that just one piece?
It is one piece, so yeah,
Okay.
you if you eat that, that's your mystery meat gone.
Okay.
Does anyone want anything else?
40 gold, did you say? Minus
Yes, you
40.
had 40 gold. No, you had
I had
60, and that
60, so
costs
yeah,
40.
20 left. Okay.
I think I still have a load of stuff that I've not eaten yet, so I'll keep what I have.
Sweet. Yeah, as you're hunting as well, Dean, you will pick up various meats, and they've all got various health regenerative abilities, or you can sell them back to Butcher, and he'll buy them off you.
Okay.
Sold them tentacles of the giant octopus thing we were fighting. I think.
Did you already sell them, or do you still want to do that?
I think I sold them to him. If I didn't, I would like to.
Are they in your inventory?
I have 2 octopus meat.
2 octopus meat.
What kind of meat? Which tentacle?
Let me roll a d10 real quick and we'll fucking find out.
Ten
You,
inches
according
of
to
doc-
this, you still have a giant tentacle, which will either regain you 1d4 plus 2, or you can sell it for 50 gold.
I'll sell it for 50 gold, please.
All right, remove
Hell
that
yeah.
from your inventory, and
Giant tentacle. Gone. Do I still have
okay,
the 2 octopus meat, or is that what that counted as?
that is probably what that'll be.
Yeah, cool. Gone. I
So,
have the octopus beak, but I think I gave that to the guy with the glaive, so we'll pick that shit up
Mhm.
later.
yeah, you put a beak on it for decorative purposes, did
Nice.
you not?
I think so. We'll see.
Sweet. Okay. All right. Does anyone want anything else before we go?
All good.
I'm all good, thanks.
Yeah, I think I'm
DarJee
good.
meat.
Sweet.
DarJee meat, mate.
All right then, boys. So, before you head out, you one by one go back across the big juicy plank onto the beast, and Butcher stands to wave you off. He's like, "See you soon, my scaly compatriots. Your business is always welcomed aboard my humble vessel. Wave goodbye to the nice pirates, Eustace."
It's Bird, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's his little
Yeah.
chicken.
Dog.
Good voice acting.
Bazok looks over to Eustace, who just glares black, tilting her head, seemingly without a care in the world. Butcher catches their gaze and laughs. "The secret with any animal is knowing what to feed 'em." He has a glint in his eye. He pats the chicken on the head, and Bazok walks off, not giving any cares to this situation whatsoever. You head out onto the open sea, ready to make your way north and to the first piece of animal. Well, you're going to take out your first animal and bring it back to Archimedes. Before you do this, I am going to need to deafen some people.
Let's get it.
I'm going to message you individually. It may take me 2 moments, but if I tell you to deafen yourself, please do it. Otherwise, you will spoil things for yourself.
Yeah, you can see it next to our names anyway. It'll be like a mute and a headphone thing on Discord. Like at the minute, Mummery's just muted.
And please message me once you've done it. Or I'll be able to see it on Discord.
Yeah, I was muted as well just then, but I can still hear. You have to be. It's the headphones.
Oh, wait, so can you hear what I tell you?
So if I just mute my microphone and I get the little microphone symbol, that means.
Oh,
that
no,
no
there's
one
an
can hear
actual
me.
deafening.
Yeah, I don't have the button for it though, for some reason.
So on Discord.
It's the headphones next to your mic name.
Yeah, I have to open it actually.
So next to user setting, there should be like a
Yeah,
set
I got
head.
it. It's on the app. Yeah, but I've got the windows and a little pop out so I can see the cameras now, and it wasn't there.
Okay.
But yeah. down somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Yes, okay.
Okay. If anyone can still hear me, don't say anything yet. Okay. The marauders hoist the anchor and you make your way out to open water once more. Okay. All right. For those of you still there, Coaxel appears before you and summons you off to a secluded area of the beast. There, Fen and Talen-Ra look upon one another. Once he is certain you are away from the others, he rummages around in his bandolier. You have both been loyal to me for many years. As a token of my appreciation, I wish to share with you a rare delicacy. I picked it up from Butcher, and I can promise you will never have tasted anything like this before. He hands you both a steak. It is bright red in colour and extremely rich in iron. You can even smell it in his pockets. The smell alone is enough to get your mouths watering. Do you consume the glorious steak?
I'm so sorry I missed all of that because my door went.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Speaking.
basically Coaxel appears, he pulls you off to a secluded area, and
You're gonna show
Fen...
us something.
No, it's literally just, this is theatre of mind stuff for now. Fen and Talen-Ra, you look upon one another,
Can you hear
and
me?
once...
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I can hear you now.
Sorry, yeah. I could say my mic wasn't working. I've heard everything you said, so I'm alright.
Okay. Once he's certain you're away from the others, he rummages around in the pockets of his bandolier and satchels. And he's like, you have both been loyal to me for many, many years. As a token of my appreciation to you both, I wish to share with you a rare delicacy. I can promise you will never have tasted anything like this before. He hands you both a steak. It's wrapped up in parchment. It is bright red in colour and extremely rich in iron. The smell alone is enough for you to get your mouths watering. He hands you each a glorious steak.
Awesome.
Do you consume the glorious steak?
I will keep hold of it for now.
You will keep hold of it.
I'll consume it.
All right.
Is
So
it advised that he'd want me to consume it here in front of him, or is it something that I should keep for special occasion?
Make me well, if you're gonna consume it anyway, he's offering you a token of his appreciation. It's completely up to you. As he hands it to you, you are immediately interrupted by Gamjaw, who approaches suddenly, and Coaxel pulls out a third steak for his giant friend. He consumes it immediately.
Yeah, I'll raise mine as it like a bit of a toast.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Then I'll eat it.
You eat it. What about you, Fen? You say you're not sorry, Fen.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep hold of it.
You're gonna keep it. He is going to look at you and just say, "None for you, my friend. You're not going to join us," as he tucks into one of his own.
I'm gonna take like a tiny strip of it and take a tiny little bite for now.
Tiny strip. Make me a wisdom check, DC 10.
16.
All right. You you sent like this truly is like nothing you've ever eaten before. You see a glint in Coaxal's eye. You're all sat clapping lips together. You're having a grand time. You decide that if you don't want to, you won't eat anymore, but you have shown Coaxal that you are absolutely going to partake in his offer. For the next encounter, you both get this passive ability. I'm gonna add it as quick as I possibly can. Okay, yours is in Talen-Ra. I'm gonna put yours in now.
Nice.
Sweet. Yours is also in Talen-Ra and Fen. They're both in there now.
Sweet.
Have a read of it when you get a chance. As you all finish eating, Coaxal puts a hand on each of your shoulders and he says, "This will be our little secret, yes? I need to know who my friends are, and I don't give away gifts lightly. Until next time, keep up the good work, brothers." And he slinks off with Gamjaw to another side of the ship.
I'll just give Talen-Ra like a side eye. I was like, "We just joined a cult. Is this what this is?"
Yeah, well,
All right. Sweet. So once we know everyone is back,
We in trouble? The fight music came on.
Fraser's back. Dan sounds like
I'm
he's
back.
and
Oh, I
way.
just saw Storm.
I'm back.
sweet. And
Sounds a delight.
Dino is also back. Sweet. So you last thing
Oh
you
shit,
saw.
hang on, I just closed down the link. Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's all good.
You weren't kidding when you said Storm was massive, Dane.
I should just, because I feed I was going to say thanks.
So you're all on the beast currently. You're sailing through the waters, all doing your individual things. You've met up with Butcher. You've restocked some stuff, and you are heading onwards north for your first encounter with this strange creature. As you get close, Coaxal kind of edges over to Bazok, who is on the helm of the ship, and Bazok kind of ushers all of his lieutenants to head towards the main deck, where he's going to debrief you for the following mission. Dar-Jee kind of follows, but he knows he is not actually a lieutenant, so he kind of tries to overhear, but he's not yet reached the rank of someone that gets to chill up the top and
We
make
do
the
not
decisions.
grant you the rank of master.
Pretty much.
Exactly. What?
Pretty much.
This is outrageous.
So Bazok looks at you all, and he's holding like this little sketch of a thing, And he says, Archimedes wants us to acquire the toxin of a sea scorpion. It is extremely potent, even for us, and for fleshy mammals, even greater so. We should be careful, and as always, take no risks. I want every man back here alive. As you continue to sail north, you do have time for one small encounter before you reach your destination.
Oh shit.
I didn't tell you guys this, but I've also pimped out the fishing mechanic. So the way it works now is there are a total of 12 fish that you can find based on different areas of the map and whether the water is cold or tropical.
Jesus.
You will basically, based on what the water is, it will be a different kind of roll, and that'll tell me what kind of fish you have hooked. And then you roll another type of dice based on that fish, and it'll tell me how big that fish is. And then there's a skill check to reel it in. And based on the fish and the size of the fish, it will grant you different health regenerative abilities.
Fuck with that.
And I've made you, I don't know if this works or not, but if you go into just the DJC menu, there should be, under NPCs and creatures, you have two folders. One's called the Animal Encyclopedia, and this is all of the things you have found and seen. And there's
I
also,
don't have that.
do you not?
No, I've got it.
I've got
And-
Forktail Marauders and Merchants.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Are
Okay.
you logged in? as
Slave.
DM
We've got a
to
slave, have we?
CC things
Wait.
redone?
All
It
I can see
shouldn't
is
be.
Forks
I
and
don't think
Marauders
we've
and
given him
Merchants.
permission as GM.
Oh.
He's only just joined this group.
I see.
Okay. What can you see, Dan?
Forktail Marauders and Merchants.
Yeah, that's what I see.
Okay.
Fuck hell.
In where? Sorry.
Under
NPCs and
NPCs
creatures.
and creatures on the journal page.
Yeah. Same.
So, for example, if I do this,
Oh, yep, there we go.
can
Animal
you
Encyclopedia.
see
Yeah,
the
well,
ocean
yeah.
folder?
Yeah.
Yep.
An Animal
Sweet.
Encyclopedia. Yeah.
Animal Encyclopedia has appeared, but the other one hasn't. Wherever it
Lovely.
was.
You've also seen the humpback whale.
Hey. We killed an eight.
Also
Oh yeah.
Nice.
seen
I love whaling.
the octopus,
Excellent.
and you have seen
You'll fit
the
right in here then.
colossal octopus.
Dean's
Fuck.
having a whale of a time.
Yeah.
Way.
You've
Whale.
Sell all
also
the oil.
seen
Can't we?
the shark.
We saw
and
hammerheads as
shark.
well.
You
That's
have
just one
seen
brace of
the
shark. It's shark.
You've
Humpback
also
whale,
seen
sperm whale, shark,
the hammerhead shark.
hammerhead shark.
Sweet. And
Clawhead
then in fishing, you've not seen any fish yet.
Just
But
large animals.
as and when you decide to do some fishing,
We should fish on the way to this thing.
we can do if that's what you want to do, or
If we
we
fill
can
the
roll for an
encyclopedia, we could
encounter.
get shinies.
If we roll for like an encounter, but if we get under a certain number, then we can spend the time fishing. But if not, then we get.
Sweet. Yep,
other
we
things.
can absolutely do that.
Yeah, let's do it that way.
So,
fish now that it's on the reef.
can you roll for me a d6, someone, please?
Boom. 5.
I got
A
5 as well.
5.
I got 5 as well.
Yeah,
Oh, it was
15. What
meant
does
to
15
be.
get us? What's 15 get us?
It's 5.
Okay, 5, right?
Yep.
Oh,
No, I
fuck,
think
that's
it's
slippery.
Sweet. You see on the horizon. Let me just make the beast a little smaller. Boom, boom, boom.
That's what she said. Wait.
Wee. Why would you want to make it smaller?
She needs
Uh,
When it's
Depends
that big.
Depends where you're putting it. Yeah.
you see yourself a
Exactly.
sperm whale coming up to breach.
Darling.
No.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
Get your mind out the gutter.
It's funny.
Just get your balls out the camera.
Sorry, boys, I've got so many different sound effects now.
You just got one monitor, Josh.
I have at the moment, yeah. 'cause
Oh,
I'm-
I feel your pain, mate. Jesus Christ. Tabbing is not fun.
It's not. Alright,
Have I got to eat? Fucking hell.
so you see a whale.
Here
And
one
that's
as
not
well.
the sound of a sperm whale, but you're just gonna have to.
A whale of a
deal with
banjo. A bad whale.
Okay.
Fucking hell. Was it fucking Jurassic Park? What the fuck's going on?
Sweet. So, do you want to hunt the whale or do you want to let it go?
I want to hunt it personally.
Yeah, let's have it.
Sweet. So, Bazok calls you all over, and he's like, "Get to your stations." Is anyone going to the crow's nest?
Who's got
Wasn't
the rod
going
of
to.
seeing?
Not seen
Who
this yet, have you,
has?
Dina?
Nope.
We've got a rod of long distance seeing.
What's it do?
What do you think it does?
Well, I didn't hear what you said. I said you say rod, so.
Of course you did. A rod of a long distance.
Long
seeing.
distance. Right, okay.
So, who's going to the crow's nest?
Fen will go.
Okay. Fen, make me a navigator's tools check. Perception. DC 10.
Sorry, so many different things popped open.
Are we able to move to where we want to go?
I'm just doing it.
Yep. So everyone gets to the giant harpoons. Sweet. Oh yeah. Fuck. So everyone is greatly in a beautiful position to tactically take out this giant whale. Mm, mm, mm. So okay, so everyone roll me a dex check to aim and fire these harpoons. If you are on one, it is a DC 10 to hit it because Fen got you in such a good position tactically, and
Dex is
you need to
fucking
strike it at least 3 times.
You slave hand.
So An-Zaw puts his first harpoon straight through it. And yeah, so Barry's also like sliced it straight in. I need someone to run to the wheels next to, yep, so where Frafilu is, and I need someone to run to near where Barry is.
Cuthbert, get over to
Ben
the other one.
is
Cuthbert.
in here. So Cuthbert comes out of the stairs where he's just been asleep for like 3 days, and he runs over to the wheel and starts cranking it like a mad boy.
My guy.
Alright, Frafilu, make me a strength check of DC 10. Beautiful, you've absolutely smashed that.
What a monster.
You pull as hard as you possibly can, and the actual boat itself starts to like drift towards this whale as you're cranking it in. Now it is close enough to hit with the cannons or to do like a hand harpoon. It is completely up to you.
Do I
and you
need to-
basically just need to finish him off.
Do I need to keep holding this wheel, or can I jam it?
Frafilu, no, you've pulled him in now. Close enough.
Nice. I'll just-
Oh,
right here. Oh,
So
it's
you
in
can
back.
either, if you go to your character sheet, I think you should have a harpoon in there.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, because you pulled it in so close, the whale is gonna have an AC of 10 because it is a big fucking animal. It is thrashing around a bit, but you should be grand.
Alright.
And
I'll throw one.
it's yep,
Big bones.
sweet. That's one hit.
Bones.
Absolutely. Anyone else going for the harpoons?
I mean, I'm already here, so I might as well chuck one.
Yep, you go for a harpoon as well.
Okay. Bing bang boom. Where is it? There you are.
It should
Boom.
be in your. Yep, you also hit with the harpoon. It's looking really bad. There is like blood everywhere.
Do you want to go,
Another
Gamjo?
good hit will probably do it in. I actually haven't given Gamjaw a harpoon.
Can I just throw one over to him?
You can throw one over to him and then make the roll yourself. Because I've actually
okay.
not put in his character sheet. We're
What's
so close, there's not much
his
point now.
strength?
Oh god, there's a question. His strength is 18.
Okay, so he'll have a +1 on this then. 'Cause mine's
Yep.
+3.
Gamjaw immediately just puts this whale straight down. The whale ceases its cries, and you all see just like this bloodied carcass like floating on the water. Because Frafilu pulled it in as quick as he did, it's like kind of flopping against the edge of the beast. And now is your chance to jump in and try and hack some pieces off.
Of course I'm gonna do that.
Who is going to jump on the whale?
I'll just sprint over and dive onto it. Hand axe
Alright.
out.
Jump from the crow's nest.
Yeah, I'm not a player, Paul, is he?
Yeah, I
That's
was
what I'm
saying.
wondering.
Do like a swan dive in.
Yeah, dive into its blowhole.
How far away
Hello?
do you think the crow's nest is from the edge of the ship?
That's
not
like a
gonna be-
concrete. You can like direct yourself while in midair.
20 feet? I
Sweet.
don't think so.
So
Piece of
anyone who is jumping on the whale, make me a strength or dexterity DC 8 check, and you will hack pieces of the whale off.
I'm gonna keep watch for shark fins and such.
Sweet.
So I'll stand here, I guess.
Boink.
I'm out.
All right. So An-Zaw and Barry, you both managed to cut off a huge chunk of whale meat, which I
Love.
will add.
I hope we
Can
put
I
the anchor down
roll?
before doing this. We're not just like floating away.
You've got yourself one
Hey.
whale meat each.
Nice.
Who is on the lookout?
Me.
All right, so Frafilu and Fen, because you are also in the crow's nest with the
Yes,
rod
sir.
of long distance seeing. Can Fen make me a perception check, DC 12 with advantage, and Frafilu, can you do it with just a straight roll, please?
16. Oi.
Sweet. So, even though it's quite a long way away, you immediately see a fin on the horizon. Dun, dun, dun. You see a shark has approached, and it is absolutely loving all of this blood in the
Shit.
water.
Oh no, a generic shark.
I know, right?
Shark.
That's a big ass shark.
That's the only kind of shark that goes on the Barbie.
A big shark.
All right. I'm gonna. Holy crap! I'll shout to. No, I won't. I'll point at it and I'll go. Arr.
Do I hear it?
Arr.
Do I understand that he only...
Arr.
Has anyone told me that he only says, would I...
Nope.
Nah.
Okay. I'm just
Yeah,
chopping away then.
Did I hear that? Because obviously I'm just sat on this whale and I'm like hacking at it.
I'm hoping Gamja will hear it. Kind of looking at Gamja.
I'm hoping Paul shouts from the crow's nest shark or something.
He's got it. He knows what he's doing.
Embrace the chaos.
Frafilu's just making a noise. Would he just shut up? I'm trying to
Wonder if
do
anyone's
my
figured
job
it
here.
out yet, or if like everyone just thinks I'm an arsehole who just doesn't speak.
An arsehole?
Arsehole.
Hey!
Sweet.
Well,
All right.
I thought that's where
So
you go with shark.
oh come on.
Barry, you have absolutely no idea what this guy is saying because you've only known
Yep.
him about 3 days.
Mhm.
But An-Zaw, make me a perception check first, see if we even hear him. Oh no, Frafilu, you're right on the corner. I'd say you would. So An-Zaw, you know that there's a shark approaching. Do you make another attempt on it, or are you gonna get straight out?
I'll make another attempt, fuck up.
Okay, make me another strength or dexterity check. DC 10 again.
Yeah, one more. Big booms, come on.
Sweet, you get yourself another
Hey.
piece of whale meat.
Hell yeah, time to leave.
And Barry, what are you doing?
Well, what's your name? An-Zaw, did he say that a shark's here, or did he just chop off and run off?
He just chopped and
I've
got off. He didn't say a word.
yeah.
He just
I'll
stopped and
follow suit then and do the same thing. I'll do a strength check.
Once I've sort of ragged it out,
Sweet.
I'll just
So
be
you've
like,
both got you've both got another piece, but before you get a chance to move out,
mm,
as you're chopping, the shark is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Are you going to go for another chop?
I
mean,
think I'm gonna leave it
Is the
there.
shark splashing about as underwater? Can we just see the fin? Or would
You
it
can
be
see
like...
the fin.
Right. I'd be getting out
and-
there then. I'd be jumping on the ship.
Okay.
You guy, let's go.
So you're carrying quite a lot of meat. So make me a athletics check.
Oh no.
If you get
Oh no. Yeah.
DC 10 or higher, yep, sweet. So you managed to climb out pretty easily, and presumably Frafilu is going to help you as well.
Hey.
I
Yeah.
can't even see them. I think the whale's on top of them.
Yeah,
for me,
I
so
think the whale's on
Yeah,
top
sorry,
as well.
I'll move back.
So
Wait,
Frafilu's
I'd be able to see.
holding his arms down, and he's like taking the meat off you and
Give me that
pulling you aboard to get you out of the thing of this shark. The harpoons, for law's sake, let's just say you untied him. And now the shark is just gonna annihilate the shit out of this whale. And An-Zaw is back on board.
I was gonna say, could we shoot the shark?
Shoot the shark if you want. Do you want to shoot
Yeah.
the shark?
Yeah, I'll shoot the shark.
All right.
What check was it? Sorry.
Sorry, let me put it back.
I'm just gonna shout before I do it. I'm shooting the shark. I am shooting the shark.
Shoot the shark.
Sorry, where's the equivalent
Where
of
was
hull
it?
in
It
Tamriel?
Shooting shark.
Shooting shark.
Boom. Here's your shark.
Oh, I was gonna say, I thought it was bigger before.
Sweet.
You're not as. I thought you'd be taller.
Small
Go
lizard.
for it.
You're Bolivar.
It's got. Do you want to make an attack with the cannon, or are you going to go harpoons?
I was gonna harpoon it, so I stood on the harpoon. I was like,
Yep, sweet. Go for a Can you go to the compendium and just add yourself a spear, and then just rename spear harpoon while I'm doing this quickly, and then just do it as a thrown weapon.
okay.
DM trips and tips and tricks. Rename compendium items. Instant backstory.
Let's have it.
Lacking immersion in your Roll20 games? Have I got a tip for you?
Oh yeah.
Harpoon, did you say?
Yes.
Done.
Sweet. So anyone who wants to attack the shark, feel free to do so.
I feel like I would have looked over the side after I jumped up.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing that he's noshed a harpoon, I'll just chuck one as well. Pyoink!
All right. So
I'm
both
not
of
raging.
these harpoons hit. The shark is like thrashing around massively. Like it's still taking chunks out of this whale, but you've thoroughly embedded two of these harpoons straight in its side, and it's like leaking even more blood. So it takes 6, 7, 8, 13 damage.
I'm not raging.
Okay, so 11 damage. Um, Gamjaw is also just gonna join in on the fun. He loves a
I
good
thought he was going to
harpoon.
say he's just going to jump in and wrestle with it.
Yeah,
Not
jump
today.
in.
Go on.
Should have put Divine Smite on the harpoon. Never mind.
Okay,
I thought she was a paladin.
he is gonna go for a spear attack, which actually misses.
Uffed.
The shark obviously cannot attack any of you from here, so it's just gonna keep attacking this. It's gonna keep attacking this whale. Does anyone else want to make another spear attack? Or harpoon or anything else? Talen-Ra, you're by the cannons, or you have a cannon for an arm, and there's a cannon on top of Gamjaw. I don't know if you want to do anything while you're here. Also,
I'm just going to leave it for now. I'm going to save some ammunition just in case we get into a bit of a scrap later on.
sweet. Fen, anything you want to do? You're still in the crow's nest, presumably.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'll keep looking around, see if there's anything else approaching.
Do you want to make me a perception check with advantage? Before you do it, let me roll. Sweet. You don't seem to see anything else. The water is very, very red with blood. As far as you know, there's nothing else there.
Sweet.
Cool. Is anyone else going to go for the shark?
I was gonna try.
Slash, does anyone want to go for a second throw on it?
Yeah, I was
There's a
gonna try and
massive stack of
finish it.
harpoons, so you're more than welcome to go for more than one attack.
Yeah, I'll throw a harpoon, yeah. Where's the stack?
Go on then.
Pick one.
Anyone else that wants to throw one, launch one now or forever. Hold your
Hold your
peace.
peace. Wait.
Boom. 18.
If
Oh
it's
my
still alive,
God.
I want to jump over the edge and just like.
Yeah, before I jump over there, just gonna do a perception check, see if there's any more sharks
Okay,
coming.
so
Jump
so
into its mouth.
So Barry
worked last
and
time.
Frafilu both pick up harpoons and just nail it straight in the side, doing another 16 damage. The shark is looking extremely bloody. Gamjaw picks up another harpoon and just kind of like holds it in one hand, and he's just, as he goes to throw it, it just sails straight over the shark, and he's just missed it a second time. An-Zaw, you said you wanted to
Yeah,
jump on it?
gonna get out my glaive and jump over, sort of. Yeah, just stab it downwards. Boom.
Press X to
Okay.
assassinate.
Yeah, literally.
You absolutely jump down on top of it.
Still not raging.
You go straight down and you plant your glaive like straight through the middle, and it's like you're riding a horse, but it's a shark.
Yeehaw.
Dealing another 12 damage. The shark, because you're now in the water, is going to go for a bite attack on you. Well, in fact, no. It's going to do a contested strength to try and shake you off.
Alright. Am I doing strength or athletics?
Or you could do strength, you could do athletics, or you can do acrobatics. But it's basically you trying to like stay on it.
Alright. Blink.
Yeah, sweet. So the shark stops biting the whale and it's like thrashing around. And you're basically just rodeoing this shark. You're holding onto the glaive and it is just you're stayed tight. So from where you are, there's no way it can even turn right. In fact, yeah, you're like on its back. It can't even bite you from there. What does everyone else want to do?
Can I just have a look about to see if there's anything else approaching?
Sure, make me another perception check.
Oh, that could be bad.
13.
Sweet. I'm going to use that same roll from earlier, and at the moment, you don't seem to see anything else. You just see An-Zaw rodeoing this shark
Then
as
I'll
this whale carcass is banging across against the side of the beast.
Right, okay, I'll just try and finish off with a harpoon then.
All right.
Really noggin.
Who is this man?
Beautiful.
First
You
time the job, got to make a
sail
name for myself.
a harpoon straight over the edge.
What is
You
your name
like
again?
stand on
Harry?
this cannon and just throw it directly down and just plant another harpoon like exactly the other side of An-Zaw. So he's holding the first glaive to like stay on the shark, and you've like thrown this harpoon so close to him he's got like a backrest. And you see the shark gasp before it kind of like falls to the side and begins to start sinking. Does anyone want to harvest anything from the shark before
Yeah,
it gets too deep?
I'll try and cut off a fin.
All right. Roll
Precision
me.
cut with dexterity, maybe? I don't
So
know.
you're gonna have to jump in first.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm not gonna make you roll for that. But you jump in and give me a dexterity DC 10 check.
Oh, bastard.
Oh, not quite. You get kind of like halfway through, and you just like cut straight through the top, and like you get a bit of fin, but it's like a really shit cut.
Okay.
An-Zaw, do you want to do anything while you're still like riding this corpse?
I do. I would like to try and get a tooth.
Sweet. Give me some sort of skill check and tell me why it's appropriate.
Okay. Actually, I need to see if I've got like.
It's like being Lanzarote buying a friggin' shark tooth necklace.
I was going to say maybe like a sleight of hand, because I've sort of got to cut around the tooth, try and get it out without damaging the tooth itself.
Sweet. Do you have some kind of like sharp item? Because presumably you're not going to try and do that with a glaive.
I've got claws.
You got claws? Okay, yeah. Sleight of hand then. I'm gonna say DC 10.
Boink. Damn. That's unfortunate.
Oof.
Unfortunate, boys. There will be other opportunities, but right now it's getting pretty deep.
Yeah,
I
no,
would
I'm
say
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
head
jump
back.
back.
either one of you can make one more attempt to get a tooth if you want, but
I'm all good for the teeth. I'll just
I
jump back on
wouldn't say
deck.
you've both got a chance.
Yeah,
I'll just
nah,
jump back.
I'll leave it for now.
Sweet. So as the shark starts sinking, you all you rejoice at the amount of whale meat you've got. You can share it with the boys, or you can keep all 2 pieces for yourselves. It's completely up to you and how
I'll
you want to play it.
share mine. It's like cut it up into. I'm gauging the quite big chunks. I'll just like portion it out and just say, yeah, I've made well, prepared some whale meat for everyone.
Sweet, good man. Yeah, lovely stuff. So if what I'll do, are you gonna keep all of yours, An-Zaw, or are you gonna share
An-Zaw's
it?
gonna keep his for now.
Sweet. So what I'll do is you keep your 2 whale meats, An-Zaw,
Mhm.
and Frafilu, Talen-Ra, and Fen all get 1 as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll slap it out of his hand and say, "You may not be a spy, but you're surely no pirate."
Ooh.
Cheeky bitch.
Uh, can you make an intimidation check for me?
Oh, this ain't gonna go well.
Against your wisdom check, please,
So
Barry.
just a whiz. Oh, okay. Intimidation.
So intimidation.
14.
It's not gonna happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
So
A
I'll
little
take
bit
it back and
right.
say, get fucked.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about right.
incredible.
I'll spit on it and say, keep it, you fucking.
Fucking beautiful. All right,
An-Zaw just
so
laughed to himself.
you continue
Wisdom
to
came in
sail,
clutch.
Yep.
and
No, don't stats here.
God, this tune's giving me anxiety. All right. All right. You approach where the mark is on the map,
One per island away.
and you get as close as you can, and Bazok instructs everyone to throw down the anchor, and he does his signature, waving the cutlass around in the air, and all of the lieutenants jump overboard and start swimming for this island. DarJee will also accompany you, and so will Barry. He's not about to stay on that ship by himself, so he just comes with you. And give me 1 second, Barry, because I'm gonna have to add you to this map.
I thirst for adventure.
Actually, do say more than
Adventure.
I mean,
There we go.
Can you see that, Barry?
Yeah, I'm moving about now. Yeah,
Do you have vision?
yeah, I can see everything.
I like it.
Everything. All the flamingos.
The character sprite
All right.
really is so immersive. Just
Before any of you begin moving, I'm gonna do this as kind of like a dungeon. So we're gonna roll initiative, and everyone can move their movement as we're going through.
Okay.
nice.
Are these flamingos?
So give me 1
Holy shit, I got
second.
15 with a -1.
If everyone would
Nice.
roll their initiative for me.
Oh, the turn order
14.
thing's blocking my character.
I'll click the button now. Oh, it's my thingies for
Gorman face.
Gorman. Remember that little cunt?
Oh, that dude.
Yeah. Mine's supposed to be a 14, not an 18.
21?
21, not fucking bad.
Oh, I keep forgetting I've called him Small Lizard Child. Jesus Christ.
Still got to change his name.
I gave him like another whole thingy, but I forgot to update it. Bazok is also gonna.
Oh god. Jesus.
Oh wait, mine didn't go on. I didn't click my boy. Sorry. Here we go. It's supposed to be a 14, not a 19.
Cool. Has everyone rolled for initiative?
Yep.
Has Mummers?
Oh,
Is he asleep?
I forget.
Flag in now. This-
Can't change.
Bless
Oh
him.
shit me, who rolled a nat 20? Oh, of course he did.
Big seaman.
40.
Sweet.
Oh, should have been Seaman Stains. Oh.
Josh,
Should
could
be, shouldn't
you,
it?
Can I change my name, please?
could you change my what's it called, initiative to 14, please? I can't change it.
Yep. Where are you? Frafilu,
Thank
14.
you. I can type on it.
I'll
and
change my name in here
14, but
to my.
then it just
I
goes
don't
back.
know where Mummers is.
He is currently muted. Maybe he's.
Maybe he's snoozing. Save name.
I do doubt it though.
Let me see if that works. Difficult.
Sweet. All right. So the first thing you see is the water is crystal clear. You can see lots of coral and like starfish and little crabs and stuff kicking around. There is lots of seaweed as you start to get to the shallows, and as you look in front of you, you see lots and lots of flamingos. What do you guys want to do?
I'm not first.
Okay, yes.
DM goes first.
Oh, fucking hell.
What do I wanna do?
An-Zaw, what do you want to do?
You good?
Alright. I would just want to watch the flamingos, see what they do. Because An-Zaw wouldn't have seen these before.
Make me a investigation check. With yep, there's Mummers.
Happening, mate.
Join the top of the turn.
Come in, big and strong.
You click your token first, boss man.
Oh,
I'll change it for you.
Oft. 0.
Sweet. So, upon investigation, these things kind of look around to you, but nothing seems to be fleeing. They're all just like picking up shrimp and stuff from within the water. Tiny, tiny little shrimps.
Being super curious about them, is just gonna sort of tiptoe a bit closer.
Sweet. Still, nothing seems to be. Nothing seems to be. What did you get? 23. Jesus. Nothing
A
seems to
lot of
be.
23s.
Seems to be doing anything. Mummers, I'll give you your turn now because you actually were first. I don't know if you heard, but there's like a few rocks. You see some barrels and stuff that have smashed against the rocks. You see the island itself is like very lush around the outside, and it leads to what appears to be like a giant volcano slash mountainy kind of thing in the middle. Yeah, you see before you a lot of like flamingos as well that don't seem to really be paying you a ton of notice.
I'm gonna get my cannon. I'm just gonna fire up in the air, try and scare off the flamingos.
Sweet. Make me an intimidation check with advantage.
God, these are.
And anything higher than like a 10 will probably scare them.
Yeah.
Yep, sweet. So all of these flamingos sort of run off in this direction, and these ones kind of run up onto the beach in
Like
this
how they run.
direction.
Do they do the silly waddle?
Yeah, like penguins, but massive.
Yeah.
And I'm
So they're
thinking, so when he
all-
said he wanted to save ammo, it was to scare birds away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Sweet. Do you want to move anywhere, or are you just gonna
Uh,
fire from there?
I'm gonna step like just up and around the rock.
Sweet. All right. An-Zaw, did you want to move anywhere after you've seen that nothing is really going on?
Yeah, he's just gonna be like, oh, fuck, man. I want to. So 5. So that's what, 15, 20, 25, 30. Would I be able to see what's in this barrel if anything's in it?
Do me a perception check.
Can do, buckaroo. Perception. Bing bang boom. There you are.
Sweet. The barrels are completely fucked. We have no idea kind of how long they've been there, but like the wood is like kind of warped. They've clearly been smashed against the rocks, and whatever was in them is completely gone.
Okay.
You also notice that not all of the flamingos are the same size.
I was going to say, this one seems a bit different from the others.
Yeah, this one is a lot smaller,
Oh.
and you see before you.
The flamingo.
It's basically a it is a tiny baby flamingo that can't run fast enough to catch up to its parents after the gun went off.
Oh.
I love it.
Anyway, that's all my movement. So.
Arr.
Sweet. All right, Fen, where are you going?
Right. So I'm going to just climb up onto this rock next to me.
Mhm.
Like point up into the sky.
Rejoice!
Click my fingers. And what you're gonna see is sort of like a black shimmering, I don't know, like a shadow run all the way up my arm, and then like flick off the end of my fingers and turn into a hawk. So it's gonna be
damn.
like, instead of having like feathers, it's gonna be really sort of heavy, sharp, like sort of bladed wings and black tendrils coming off of it. I'm gonna use my Find Familiar.
Cool.
Oh, I would
shiny
have done that
Mummery.
while I was on the ship anyway, and then this is just me summoning it.
Shiny Skarmory. Let's go.
Yeah.
Choose you, baby.
That's
Pretty
really
much.
fucking cool.
And then I'm just going to get it to survey the area.
Oh my
That's a
God.
bit of text.
What is this?
Okay.
Oh boy.
Jesus.
I'm not going to use it as a character or anything. I'm just using it as like a surveillance thing.
Sweet. Okay. So, surveillance wise, do you need to? I'm honestly, I'm not going to read all that. Do
No.
you? Okay. So
You're not the
make
only
me
one.
a perception check.
Alright, it's got a +4 perception. Which is the same as mine anyway, so there you go.
Sweet. So, I'll say because it's not you doing it, it is the thing. So I'll give you advantage on that. You see that all of these birds are kind of running away. They're clearly not going to pose any threat. Did you say it was like a hawk or something, or did I just imagine
It is a
that?
hawk, yeah.
It's a hawk. Okay.
Actually, hawks
notices-
do have advantage on sight with their eyes anyway, so yeah,
Okay.
it would be.
Sight with their eyes as opposed to sight with their feet, but love
Yep.
that.
Mhm.
You
take
also
that.
Oh, no, I
notice that
see.
there is a much smaller little flamingo on this side as well. There doesn't seem to be anything that the hawk is especially worried about in terms of predators.
Okay.
But it does seem quite interested in some of these like skeletons and things on the beach.
Cool.
Sweet. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, that's it for this round.
Barry.
I will. Are we just using the 30 foot of movement right now? It's like a dungeon.
Yeah, we are for now. And then once you get out,
Also, as a side note, Foundry tracks how many turns are in combat, which is the most useful thing ever.
I'm just
That's
gonna
really cool.
swim up onto the beach and climb this rock here and stand lookout like a meerkat.
Okay. Cool. You have plenty of time to look around, and you also see nothing else predatory wise. You feel quite safe, and you're just like waiting for all of the boys to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
Unless you want to attack anything from where you are.
No, I was gonna kill a flamingo, but I won't bother. I'll let them live.
Alright. I'll let them live. I like your style.
Advance mighty
Basil.
flamingo.
He's just gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then he's gonna dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So loves a flamingo. Loves them.
Loves the flamingo. He's just gonna like push him aside. Frafilu, what are you doing?
I should have already checked this in my hubris counts. I'm gonna. Can I go up and try and pick up the little flamingo?
You can absolutely do that.
I'll pick him gently and like pet him and stuff.
Then snap
Okay.
its neck.
Can you make me so you're trying not to scare it, so can you make me how do you approach it?
Oh, completely silently.
Mhm.
Hardest thing.
So you're trying to
It's
surprise
amazing
it.
in water.
Yeah, go for it.
Surprise round.
Alright. Make me a stealth check, please.
Fuck it, man.
Here we go.
Oh, you 19.
Hey.
This baby flamingo does not see you approach. Nor do any of the other ones. They're too busy trying to flee. What do you want to do while you're right next to this flamingo?
You know how like when you go like tickling trout, you kind of like you've got a hand on either side of it, and you kind of like it customizes itself to your hands being there, and then you just pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
But unlike a trout, I'm not going to snatch it. I'm just going to pick it up and like
Mm-hmm.
pet it a bit.
Okay.
Like a chicken.
Make me a
Like a pink chicken.
make me an animal handling check.
Oh no, it's not good.
DC 10.
15.
Oh
On
my
fire.
god.
A -1.
Okay, the baby flamingo kind of like lets out
Mama?
this cute little as it's like getting tickled, and it seems to highly like what you're doing.
I've got
Are
way more words,
you
what can I say?
clearly
Hey.
do? Ba, ba, ba. Do you want to do anything else while it's in your hand?
Yeah, I'll put it on my shoulder and feed it something.
Okay, what are you gonna feed it?
Whatever I have that a flamingo will eat. I've got Raji meat. I'll feed it the Raji meat.
Okay.
You know those meat-eating flamingos?
Yeah.
Can you make me a animal handling check with a disadvantage,
A
please?
fucking hard persuasion check. Okay.
Oh my god! Despite the meat being super raggy, it's kind of not bothered. Like it's still eating it.
She's into
Mama.
Yes.
Yeah. You have successfully passed the petting flamingo stage. and you officially have a baby flamingo companion.
I'm
Hey.
a home run, baby.
Next turn, I was going to eat that flamingo. So...
I fucking knew you were, you bastard.
You'll never ever eat candy floss. Let me tell you. I've named it candy floss.
You've named it Candy
No,
Floss.
you've named it R.
Yeah, I have named it R. It knows. It knows.
But it knows we're here.
Yeah,
Bum, 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 bum.
we're inseparable.
Cool. If everyone else wants to take your turns for 2 seconds, I'm gonna make you a little thing.
Can move up to here.
Shockingly, that worked. What the fuck?
Yeah, I can't believe that worked, but I'll allow
What's
it.
the DC on the last one? I thought a 6 would not do it.
What did you?
Got a 10, didn't you?
No,
Got a 10.
disadvantage.
Oh my god, you did. Oh, fuck's sake.
Fine,
You
mate.
fucked yourself.
Fine.
You're
It's
so
fine.
close. You had
Dan
it.
can eat him.
Um,
Fuck it.
so the
I'll move back.
all right, make me a perception check.
Oh lord. Okay. Normal. Prescription.
Oh my god, dude. So as the little baby flamingo is like spitting out, as it's like spitting out this DarJee meat, one of the other flamingos turns around to see basically its baby being held by a giant lizard. What do you do? It turns around and just like looks you straight in the eyes. Do you want to do anything at this stage?
No. I'll just continue petting it.
Okay. Do me another perception check.
Let's get it.
Okay, so you're petting it. Do me a animal handling check. Oh, do me it with advantage this time because you've already like it's enjoying the pet, so it just didn't like the food. Boy.
20.
Yeah. Okay. So you're still not really sure what to feed this thing.
No.
But you have acquired yourself a animal companion.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. So all of the other flamingos have kind of run off and just abandoned this little baby flamingo.
Oh.
And as long as you remember to feed it, that little beb will just follow you literally everywhere.
Yes. I'll feed it
Just
Feed it
standing.
constantly.
Sweet. Does anyone want to do anything else? All right. So DarJee is just gonna go straight up here.
Does he walk through the rock?
No, he's just climbing it, innit?
Actually, I'm
Glad
guessing these
over
old skeletons are like old pirates. Can I see if one of them got
Yeah.
like golden teeth or anything? Get some gold teeth off these pirates.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right, we are back to Talen-Ra. You've scared off all of these flamingos, and they've basically just run ages and ages away. Some of them are starting to fly, and they've gone.
Am I within eye shot of this flamingo?
Are you in eye shot of Candy Floss?
Yes.
Uh,
It's a friendly one now, isn't it? Oh,
It is a
okay.
friendly one.
The one right by
Never
me.
mind.
It's on
it's,
my
it's
shoulder.
actually on Frafilu's shoulder, and he's like
Okay.
tickling it.
Okay. I'll allow him this pet for once. And I will reholster my gun arm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just do that for now. Can I just sort of like, Can I just sort of like investigate the rocks and see what sort of like moss and not moss and like sort of like barnacles and things are on there? See if I can try and get a layout of what sort of things are going to be like else on the land. Like, can I just do like a nature check?
Absolutely. Do
There we
me
go. Right, okay, that's
a.
like chicken
So you're
ping. Okay,
looking
yeah,
at the
just do like a
moss.
quick
You're
nature check
looking
of
at.
horizon.
Sure.
Alright, checks.
Do it with advantage.
Boop.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
So you can immediately you get on the rock and you notice that the like little bits, not barnacles, are extremely weathered, and like the rocks themselves are even warm to the touch.
Alright.
The sea that you were in was also very warm, and you would know from this that because of the volcanic activity, the things you find are going to be thriving in very extreme conditions, and it's
Cool.
probably going to get hotter and hotter the closer you get.
Sweet.
Okay.
Awesome. Cool.
Good news.
All right, An-Zaw, where are you going?
An-Zaw's just going to go 5, 10, look over to Frafilu and just say, "You going to eat that?"
Frafilu, how do you respond?
As he will go 5.
I'll step back initially, and then when he takes 5 feet, I'll go, "Arr," and I'll step back up right in his face.
Okay,
What the fuck? Oh my god!
make me an
What's
intimidation
Graham
check.
just okay? What the hell? Thank you.
And the chalky milk.
Is there bacon in it? I smell bacon, dude.
You got yourself a wifey. I love that.
Bacon and square sausage. Oi. As you were, boys.
Sweet. So An-Zaw and Frafilu are kind of arguing over this little chicken nugget. Fen, what are you going to do?
I'm just going to jump back down. How high is this rock like in where Gamjo stood? Like, is it quite tall?
This point over here is probably when I can point. Can I point?
Let's see if you are
Right
doing it.
there.
at the minute.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, there
That
we go.
point over here is probably the highest. I'd say maybe 15 feet. The rest of it, like you're not gonna like damage yourself if you jump off, if that's what you mean.
Just gonna
Yeah.
keep scouring the area.
I'll allow that. What is it you're particularly looking for?
Any sort of like paths or points of interest or anything?
Sweet. So to the north, and like particularly kind of like the northeast, you see like like in this correct direction over here, you see what looks to be like a rainforest. Like it is very very lush with plant life. And you see what looks to be like a kind of valley that might lead closer to the heart of the volcano, where you know this creature is supposed to reside.
Okay. I'll just look across to everyone. Say, up there this way,
All right,
and then just point up.
all right, beautiful stuff. Barry, how do you respond?
Yeah, take notice, but before going in that direction, I want to take a look at the skeleton below me, see if it's got any, like jewels in its teeth or whatever. I'm guessing it's like an old pirate that's died, might have a gold tooth or something.
Sweet. Can you roll me can you roll me 3d10 and then 1d20? 3d10, you find yourself 22 gold, and on a 15 or higher,
I got
he
3 on my
has-
d20.
okay. He has no gold teeth.
Ah, but I found 22 gold. Nice.
But you do find quite a few gold. You've gone through what's left of his pockets. He's clearly been here a little while.
Okay.
Cool.
Right, then I'll just move upwards. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Sweet. Bazok is going to move up onto the beach, and then he is going to look over, and he's going to see. He's going to see. He's going to see Fen pointing in the direction of the rainforest. Frafilu, what are you going to do? And what is oh my god, Candy Floss going to do? Is you can basically just can I give you control of this? Maybe I can. Controlled by, here we go. There we go. You can now control the baby flamingo.
Thank you. I will I'll walk over to follow the captain, but as I walk away, I'll do like the shh, like on thingy's lips as I go. I'll go shh, and, like stroke his mouth shut. Walk, excuse me, this way. Catch up with the Capitan.
Can I use the rest of my 15 feet from last turn?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize you went home. Go for it.
No, it was just that you was waiting for Fraser to get back, because once we had that little whatever, I was going to use the rest of my movement to have a look at this dude here.
Roll me 3d10.
5, 10, 15. Slash how many 3d10? Fuck. Slash 12.
Sweet. You find yourself 12 gold.
Nice.
Lovely stuff. Anything else you want to do? Anything you want to look at, or?
I'd sort of like to have a look at over this sort of direction.
Which direction?
Just like north of me.
Sweet. You see like quite a big cliff face, like a chalky kind of rock. The sand is like a beautiful white kind of color, and above that again is like a quite a lush rainforest. There doesn't seem to be much on the beach other than just like little sticks and things that have blown from the rainforest. But yeah, around you is, like I said, a number of skeletons, like a moss-covered boat, all of these like barrels and stuff. And
boats. Oh, yeah, I wasn't scrolled far enough across. Okay.
Sweet. Gamjaw is gonna jump down immediately and start heading for the direction that Fen pointed in. Dar-Jee is going to follow suit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And Coaxal, 5, 10, 15, 20. He is going to walk up past Fen and give you a little nod and then jump down. Talen-Ra.
I am just gonna go and head straight up the beach. So, 10, 15, 20. Climbing up the rock, do I have to use any extra movement?
Nah. You've got really good claws. You've got like a grippy thing. You're gonna
Let's
be
see.
fine.
I'm gonna get up on top of the rock and sort of like lay down on it for a little bit because it's nice and warm. And sunbathe. And just sort of like head over and follow like An-Zaw along the way. That's me done.
Josh?
Lost him.
He's muted himself, probably.
You're muted,
No.
boy. Oh, thank you very much. That was good. Yeah, it was about that time. Not worth it.
Guys?
Yep, oh,
Yeah,
there
you're
we go.
back. Hey, what's up?
Yeah. Oh, I've been chatting this entire fucking time.
I
Did
think
I-
it's muted.
Yeah, we're wondering.
Sorry. I was gonna say, did I see which way Fen was pointing?
You will have done, yeah.
Cool.
He
Alright,
did shout it.
Yeah, I don't know if this rock was in the way or something. But I will have heard him, so I'll go 5. Oh shit. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Fuck it, I'll dash as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Sweet.
Now then, Gamma.
Fen?
Alright, so I'm just going to basically run jump past everyone. So 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and then just action dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 40.
You have 40 feet of movement.
I do.
Oh damn!
Lovely stuff.
Where'd
Sweet.
you get that from?
Will be a second.
Just
My
buttons.
legs.
I thought you was a cleric.
My leg.
Does anyone else want to do anything here? Because if not, I'll just move us all to the next map.
Okay. I thought the captain was going left. That's why I was wondering why everybody was going right. Are we like?
He was gonna
We
come
back to the
and have a look
captain.
over this side, but if everyone's going
The
north,
captain's always late to the party anyway.
he is always late. He does what he wants.
Fashionably late.
Fair enough.
Is there anything you want to do, or
I'll
I mean, I think
investigate
the only thing
boat
that's
while
left
we're
is
over
to,
here.
yeah.
While the
Okay.
captain and I here, we'll fucking sift through this shit really quick.
sweet? So you come up to this boat. It's like covered in moss. It's clearly been here for quite a while. Inside it, you find like this compartment, and you find yourself like a survival equipment bag. It contains 50 feet of rope,
Hey.
a tent, some hooks, 3 bedrolls, a blanket, and a tinderbox. So remember these things, and I'll add them to your inventory. Do whatever you need to do, but you have these things now.
Okay. I couldn't see the third skeleton there. I was gonna bring that up, but I was just tripping.
Sweet. If you want to check that as well, roll me 3d10.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll do it. Oh, actually, I don't have d10s. I'll need to do this.
Lovely. You find yourself 19 gold.
I'll do it.
Fallen.
All right. Sweet. So presumably we all want to go to the next little area.
Mm-hmm.
So you all trek through the sand. All of the other flamingos have absolutely done one. Candy Floss has been abandoned by his parents, and Frafilu is gently cradling him or her on the way up this little path that cuts through these like bushes, and before long you find yourself um at like a really densely populated forest, which I will drag you to right now.
I'm just gonna grab a drink real quick.
Yeah,
I can still hear you
sweet.
though.
So you
We can see the text on here, by the way.
fucking bastard. All right. So you saw nothing.
What text? I literally saw nothing.
Okay.
Oh, gee, mate.
But occasionally,
So you see like a path that cuts through some of the bushes and trees. It is very, very thick, and you can like hear the sound of water like flowing quite nearby. Fen, you just went, so we'll keep the turn going. Barry, what do you want to do?
Is Barry on? Yeah, he is. Never mind.
Yes, I'll be up in a sec.
No, I was going to say, is he on the map?
Is he on the mic? Big Barry on the mic.
Big buzzer, mate. Okay, now.
I don't think the turn orders come through to our screens.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
is
can.
it not?
Have it.
My
Yeah.
apologies. Oh fuck! I keep
Some
forgetting you got to do a
roles,
new turn order for each map. That's so annoying.
It gets put on YouTube, so like we can.
Is that
Like,
back?
you know, over there, you could be doing anything, but like.
Can you see that again or no?
Nope.
Nah, we'll
You
just
just
roll
have to
again, keep our
re-roll.
numbers.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Do you want-
So,
Boop.
I remember what I was.
Talen-Ra, you were 23.
Yeah.
An-Zaw, do you remember what
I
you
was
were?
21.
21.
21?
I was at a 14 before, so
Okay.
this is what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, we were discussing.
In initiative, I was 15.
Thanks, man.
What were you, Fraser?
14.
14. Fen?
Skins, but I've got
I was 17. I've sorted it.
Yep, beautiful. Dina, when you do your initiative, you need to click your token.
Yeah, big attack.
Oh, okay.
could you this?
Got an April's teeth when she gets back.
Oh, boy. Nice. Oh fuck, I wasn't reading. I was reading chatting, sorry.
For a second, Dean, I thought you said I'm going to put April's teeth in
That's what I thought you
when
said as
she
well.
gets back. I was like, hang on, what?
Yeah, April eats teeth, she's the tooth fairy.
Yeah, everyone from Manchester eats teeth.
Sweet.
Right, done.
Alright then. Talen-Ra, lead the charge, my guy.
Alright.
Is he still laying on the rock?
10,
He's
20,
finally caught
25,
up with the squad.
25, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Dash my way all the way up to the water.
Lovely.
And I'm going to take a quick look in the water.
Sweet.
What are we
So,
saying? Is it fresh water? Is it salt water?
you can taste it if you want, but I don't think you'd be able to tell just by looking at it.
Okay. If I'm close enough, I would like to get my little arm in there and give it a little splash and taste.
Yeah, sweet. It is fresh water.
Okay.
It is moving rather fast.
Oh. Okay, okay. I'm going to shout back to the other boys that it's freshwater and it's a quick current, so I'll go have to find a way across unless you want to swim.
Sweet.
Surely I can swim.
All right, An-Zaw.
All right.
Actually, yeah. What is the stream like? Is it like if it's quite easy, like rapids almost?
It is almost like rapids, yeah.
That's
You-
fine.
You will have to pass a skill check to swim across. Put it that way.
Okay, sweet.
So I'm gonna go 5. Oh, he's not moving. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Then he's gonna dash, climb up the tree, jump across next turn.
Okay.
How tall is this tree next to me as well?
I'd say it's probably about 20 foot.
Cool. So if needs be, we can knock the tree down. Cool.
So, are you doing anything else up there, An-Zaw?
I was gonna say I'll save that for next time because it probably would have taken the rest of my movement to climb up to a point and jump off.
Sweet. Fen.
I am going to. I'm just going to move up into space. So is that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Go to like here, and again, just look around, see what kind of. So is it like really thick jungle on this side? Is it really thick on the other side? What can we kind of see?
There's like a small clearing, maybe 30, 40 feet north.
Mhm.
You see what looks to be like a little bit of a path towards, like cutting through the rainforest as well. You don't really hear much other than like the gushing of the river.
How deep does the water look?
It's probably about 15 feet deep. You wouldn't be able to touch the bottom,
Okay.
but it's also moving extremely fast, so you can't really see it. But you know that you're not going to be able to stand in it or wade through.
I'm just gonna look to Talen-Ra. You got a plan? What do we need?
Well, we've got a big tree here. A little quick chop. There we go.
I'm just gonna shout back, Gamjaw, bring your axe.
On the boy,
All right, Barry.
I'm going to move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I action dash, seeing as I can't do anything else, and to get a bit closer
Sure.
to here? Yes, it's
Of
5,
course
10,
you can.
15, 20. And hearing someone shout axe, I've got a hand axe, so I'm just going to make some incisions into it, like a precise incision, and try and
You
cut it
dashed it.
down. Oh, yeah, I can't do that. I'm just going to
You
look at the
stare.
tree and examine the
Stare
tree.
angrily at the tree.
Intimidate the tree.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yep.
intimidate the tree. Now I'm going to look into the water and see if I can see anything like lurking. If you're seeing it's quite deep, I'm going to take a good look at it, see if I can see anything
Do we
waiting
see any freshwater salmon?
to, ready to drag a freshwater octopus.
Mhm.
I'll just look-
Give me a. Tell you what, give me a perception check.
I see nothing.
Every now and again, you do indeed see fish jumping through the water and heading downstream
Okay,
from left to right.
nice.
Anything else you want to do?
No, that'll be me done.
Okay, Frafilu.
I'll here. Have a little walk over here. And we'll stop here. I'll just have a little look around. I'll examine the other things other guys have seen. Like I'll have a look up on the other side and you know. But I'll wait for Gamjo to rock up and push this tree down.
Sweet. Bazok is gonna just run straight over, and he's gonna see Big Barry like checking out this tree. He's gonna look towards Fen and Talen-Ra and say, "What is the plan? How do you advise we cross this stream?"
Talen-Ra suggests felling this tree. Maybe you'll be able to stop the current, or we'll be able to use it just to simply walk across. We've called Gamjo. He should be here any moment.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Action dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright. Between us all, I would say we managed to fell this tree. As the palms hit the water, you're all holding on to the tree trunk, and I want everyone to roll a strength check. How many of there are you? 1, 2.
I won't be there for it.
Okay, so Barry, Talen-Ra, Fen, and Gamjo are all going to roll strength checks because we don't want that tree to float away.
It's got a +1 on it.
Sweet. Yeah, you managed to easily keep hold of this tree. Gamjo and Talen-Ra hold it on the base, and you basically have like a nice thing on this side to cross the rapids. Whoa. Sweet. Sweet. So Talen-Ra, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Make it to the side. And if I've got any sort of like rope and like pitons or anything like that, I'm gonna try and like, sort of loop it over and just hammer down the side, so I don't really need to hold on to it, and just try and pin the tree to the ground.
Do you have any rope in your inventory?
I'm not sure. I would like to hope I would.
You
All
should.
for hope.
Don't think I do.
Use vines off the tree.
I've got Dungeoneer's pack, which should have.
Oh boy, there should you.
Yeah. I've got 10 feet of hemp and rope apparently, and
Wait.
some pitons. So yeah.
Yep. So you like wrap the rope around the end of this tree.
We live on a boat, and I thought we'd have some sort of
You
some
would.
form of rope or something.
Yeah, you would think.
If you guys are
Um,
audibly lacking rope, then I'll give you the rope that I found. But
But yeah, I'm gonna
yeah,
sort of like lay some rope over the top and stick the pitons and just hammer them both into the ground.
Nice. So the tree is secured on Talen-Ra's end. It is like tied to the bank, and Gamjo and Fen are holding the other end tight. Sweet. An-Zaw, what are you doing? You're currently still in the tree.
Yep. Does it look like I can jump across there?
I would say from the height you're at.
Because for what it's worth, my strength is 18. Because didn't we say that strength was like your
Yeah,
say
I think is it a 5-foot run up you need or a 10-foot run up?
I don't remember.
10 foot
I would
usually.
say
Yeah.
because of the height, if you get a good trajectory from the jump,
Okay.
you could probably make it. Can you ping where you're gonna try and land?
Well, what I
And
was gonna try
do
and
the ruler and show me. Like,
Roll a d90 and see which angle you go at.
oh my god.
I was just gonna try and jump for there. So if I'm a bit off, I can either try and grab onto this rock or this sort of root thing here.
Sweet. Okay.
So I'm aiming for about here. It's about
Sweet.
It's probably about 17 feet.
Can you make me an athletics check?
Which way is the river flowing?
The river is flowing from left to right.
Yeah, I thought as much.
20 minutes.
Sweet. Make me an athletics check to make the jump.
Will do.
DC 10 because you are already quite high up.
Oink.
Yeah, easy.
Nailed it.
So you take a big juicy run up and you push yourself off one of the branches and you fly over here and you like grab onto this rock and you just manage to make it to the other side.
Easy clap.
As you land, you like stick your glaive into the ground to like help stick the landing. Fen, what are you gonna do?
I'm just going to follow across.
Mhm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40.
Sweet. Yep, sweet. Okay. Roll me a d3. On a 3, a fish will fly out of the river and you're gonna have to dodge it. All right. A salmon like sails down the
Comes in
river
and slaps you on the face.
and it like dives over this tree that you've just blocked the river with.
Dex save.
Yeah, give me a dex save.
Oh shit.
DC 12.
Nice.
Yes.
Nailed it.
You easily dodge this fish. And
Big old boy.
yeah, you can either try to like catch it or like just straight up cross or whatever you want to do.
I'm going to try and catch it.
You can try and catch it? Okay,
Yeah.
give me a sleight of hand check. DC 10. Nah, it's going to be slippery. DC. Oh, fucking hell, yeah, easy. You manage to catch a fish with your bare hands. And you have got yourself
An-Zaw is immediately just gonna start clapping like, oh.
You have found yourself a Keta salmon. Let me roll for how big it is.
Heyo.
Come on now, family friendly.
Keta salmon. Can you roll a d6, Pimo? On a 1 and 2, it is small. 3, 4, and 5, it is medium.
Oh my
and
god!
6, it is large.
The big old salmon.
You have
Holy
got
shit.
yourself a big old salmon, and it will
Luckily, it
heal.
didn't body check me.
Yeah. So you've got yourself like a 32-inch salmon. And it will heal you 3d6 plus 5 the turn after consumption.
Jesus.
This is a big fucking fish. Sweet. After you've caught this salmon, you kind of like use the momentum of dodging and catching to like sail it across. And Talen-Ra, can you make me a dex save to catch the fish that
If he's holding
that
on to
Fen
it, I have
is?
to try and catch it.
Say again?
I said if Talen-Ra's holding on to it, and wouldn't he be chucking it that way? Because that was the way it was jumping.
So it
I have to be the one
jumps
to try and
from like
catch it.
this direction. He catches it here, and then like slings it round. All right, yeah. Fen, who you aiming the fish at?
So I was gonna say, Talen-Ra's holding down the tree. I thought.
No, he's held it down with the rope and stuff.
Ah, fair enough.
I would have just tried to throw it onto the embankment, a bit further north of me.
Sweet. Okay, no catch needed. All right, Barry, what are you gonna do?
I'm just going to walk across the plank. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Sweet. Roll me a d3. Oh my god! A salmon jumps out to greet you. Roll me a dex save. I believe I said 10 before.
Yeah. Got -1. Oh man.
All right,
Uh-oh.
you get twatted by a salmon. Roll me an acrobatics to stay on the log.
Acrobatics. Okay.
DC 10. Yeah, easy. So you've just been like twatted between the eyes by this giant 30-inch salmon, and somehow you've managed to like keep your composure on the log.
Really bigger than me.
And you successfully managed to like keep your footing and make your way to the other side.
Hey. Yeah.
Frafilu.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna make my way across the bridge. I'll give Gamjaw a wee pat on the back as I go.
An-Zaw's not even gonna need to use the bridge.
Yeah.
He can fucking jump.
Just swim it. Got his waders on.
Sweet.
Walk it.
I'll do a dash if that's probably more than
That
30 feet.
easy.
So we'll be dashing.
Bazok will go 1, 2, 3, 4.
I
He
really
will
hope
also
he falls
pat
in.
Gamjaw on the shoulders.
There you go, say on the butt.
Yeah, on the way.
And the
Good
big
job.
one.
On the ass.
Slash D3. Yeah, no salmon. And whoa, moving the log.
The leaves
Bazok
stay, but the logs move.
makes his way across. So Gamjaw like flips round, and he looks over to Coaxel. And he's like, "You across next." And Gamjaw's like, "Why, thank you, Gamjaw." And he just fucking comes straight across here.
Where's DJ?
He's not made his way across yet. Oh, I didn't roll for him. Silly
Oh, he's
boy.
down there.
Well, Gamjaw's gonna
Oh,
go.
he's down
Coaxel's gonna go first. So he has to dodge another salmon.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
I'm
it's
gonna probably
a
kill him.
dex save. Yeah, he's absolutely fine. He just like matrix dodges this salmon and makes his way straight across to here. Okay. Cool. DJ is gonna go across next, and as he gets halfway across, Coaxel is gonna try and throw a rock at him. Sweet. I'm not gonna roll for it, but DJ, instead of dodging a fish, is gonna like try to dodge a rock, and he only just manages to dodge it, and he kind of like stops on the log to see Coaxel like put his hand away as though nothing happened, and he eventually makes his way across.
You can dodge a fish.
Cool. Do you guys want to do anything before Gamgeo tries to make his way across?
I want to go hide my fish before he gets over this side.
How heavy is he? Is he like real heavy?
He is probably. I don't work
He's
in
gonna be a
pounds.
big boy.
He's gonna be like
200
200
kilos.
200
Yeah.
kilos at least.
I will get the equivalent of popcorn out and.
I'm gonna say to him, "Can
and
this
watch.
wood take your weight?" I
Yeah.
don't know. He'll go for it, I guess.
Well, Marky's about 400 pounds, and Marky's about 8 foot. Gamjaw's a good 10, 11 feet,
He's
isn't
yeah, he's like 12
You're gonna
foot
be like
tall.
500, 600.
he? Yeah, more than that.
Yeah, at
Ah,
least.
ton.
Sweet. So he is gonna
Apex predator.
he's gonna stand on the edge of the tree and just hit like a huge crack. And then he is not even gonna pay attention to it whatsoever. And the branch is gonna break right in the middle. He is gonna make a. He is a big boy. He's got a lot of muscle, so he's gonna make a DC 12 athletics check to swim against the current.
Killer Croc is 485 pounds at 10 feet.
485 pounds.
Yeah, but have you seen
What's
how
that in
big
kilos?
Gamjaw
I'd argue, yeah, that
Gamjaw's
Gamjaw's bigger than
Right,
Killer Croc.
will be, yes.
way
Yeah,
big.
well, this Killer
Yeah.
Croc's 10 foot 5 inches, but it says weight 850 plus pounds.
Oh, there you go.
So that's about right.
850
Quite
Not only
lean for
pounds.
that weight as well.
but-
though.
Uh,
Only that, but Gamjaw's like another
425 kilograms, something,
yeah, he's a hench boy.
roughly.
So he is swimming against the tide. And I'll leave it to you guys, see if anyone wants to try and help him out.
probably drag us in.
Sweet. Does anyone want to do anything?
I'll truck a bit of rope in for him and say, ask everyone to grab onto me while we pull him in.
All right.
It's
So...
kind of like the giant turnip.
All right. So Barry and Frafilu, you both toss Gamjaw some rope, and he grabs one rope with each hand. I need you to both make a strength save of DC 10, or you're getting pulled in. Yeah, Barry plants his feet. Frafilu does not, and he gets pulled straight towards the water's edge. Talen-Ra, you are within 5 foot. If you want to make an opportunity attack of grabbage, I will allow it.
Or an attack.
Grabbage.
Or
Grab
an attack, or you could just straight push him in.
I could just kill him. Yeah, kill them both.
Push
Become
him
my
in.
captain.
Is it athletics check or strength check or
I would say it's an athletics.
boop?
Yeah, you managed to grab him. No problems. And between the three of you, you pull Gamjaw.
As it sort of grabs in, my metal hand sort of comes apart with like a chain. And it sort of like lengthens along, and I hold it, and I've just got a little crank to just crank him back in.
Backclaw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, your first thought is not of Gamjaw's health, but you just like walk up to him and start inspecting the cannon that's on his back.
Yeah.
See if your beautiful cannon is still going. Sweet. So give me 1 secundo.
Da-da-da-da.
Sweet. All right. I rolled really low on these stealth checks, and all of your passive perceptions are easily big enough to see these. So as you turn around to look away from the fast-flowing river, you see
lizardkin.
You see 3 giant iguanas come out of the bushes and start edging towards you.
The same picture for Barry.
Yeah.
They do look rather similar.
know these
What
guys?
do
Barry,
you
relatives of yours?
what do you guys want to do?
Get ready to kill him.
Does anyone want to do anything?
I was just gonna get ready to fight him.
What do
Sweet.
they look like? Like, do they just look like big iguanas, or are they more bipedal? Or
So they are on all fours. They are just straight up normal iguanas, but they are extremely large.
they're a
Um,
bit more
Make-
savage and
yeah.
not like us.
Make me a perception check of, well, just make me a perception check or an investigation, whichever.
Perception it is. No.
Sweet.
Double
Snake
ones.
eyes,
Well,
man. What the fuck?
You are still in disbelief that Gamjor
Nearly
tried to
killed
cross
Fraser.
this tiny little log, and you are like splitting with laughter. Does anyone else want to make a check? I'll allow one more person before we roll for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do a Septure.
Sweet.
Boink. 14.
Sweet. So you see this giant skeleton ahead of you, and you notice that the other giant iguanas share a very, very similar structure, and you can kind of equate from this that the iguanas are probably cannibals, and that they are pretty much coming for you. They are probably smaller than Gamjaw, but not by much. They're definitely more feral than all of you guys.
Get ready, boys.
And
like a
they're
lean
basically, yeah, they're basically just like as lean as Gamjaw, but just pure animals. They're not as sentient as you guys.
I'll take a step over towards DJ to just sort of protect the boy.
Sweet. DJ will like he'll nod to you and like glare down at Coaxel, who's avoiding both of your gazes. Dun, 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 dun.
Coaxel, man, what's your beef, dog? God, I wish we could roleplay this issue out, but all I see is R.
All right.
It's me.
So it is. We've just done a fresh round of initiative. You can all keep the same scores as before. Talen-Ra, you are up first.
Cool.
Let's get some new tunes on while we wreck these boys.
I'm loving the Donkey Kong tunes though.
They'll come back. All right. You can see these 3 giant lizards, probably each about the same size as Gamjaw, just like edging towards you and like flicking their tongues.
I'm going to cast Grease in this location.
And what does Grease do?
I'll bring it into chat.
Grease lightning.
Whoop.
10 foot square. Difficult terrain. Dexterity save. Beautiful. Okay. Sweet. Any movement or anything?
I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Um, 30. Why not? Gonna get up nice and close.
That's DJ's initiative, by the way. Sweet, you're getting up nice and close. Anything else?
No, that's me. Movement action.
Sweet.
Ooh, actually, can I use my bonus action to activate my Eldritch Cannon?
Sure.
I think it's a bonus action. I'll just go
So
for
this
it.
is your arm cannon, no?
It would be yes.
Lovely. All right. DJ is going to kind of like nervously edge round.
I think I get an attack. On
Oh,
it.
do you? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies. Go for it.
Uh,
Oh no, it's an action to summon it. Never mind.
Okay.
Cool. Never mind.
DJ is gonna kind of like walk around this side, and he's gonna definitely stay close to Frafilu. Coaxal is gonna climb on Gamjaw's shoulders, and he's gonna sit in the cannon. And he's gonna get ready to fire. An-Zaw, what do you want to do?
So An-Zaw is going to go 5, 10, 15. I'm going to enter Rage. And how far away is that? Bing bang boom. 25. So I will throw a harpoon at it.
Roll.
Aye. Beep beep boop. Bam.
10 hits.
Hell yeah.
Dealing.
I am raging as well, so
Yep.
that's 9 damage.
That hits, dealing 9 damage.
Oh, also, I'm just going to put this in the chat for... I'm just going to keep putting it in the chat because I tend to forget about it as well. Is it this one? Yes, there we go.
Sweet.
Good.
So yeah, your man's got pack tactics.
Alright, lovely. What, so we've all got pack tactics on?
Yeah, so when I'm raging, everyone has advantage against any creature that's hostile to me. So for example, if this one ran up to me and made an attack, because I attacked it first, DJ would have advantage on it, Frafilu would have advantage on it, and so would Mummer's character, I forget his name.
Sweet, that's really cool.
But I don't know how close they have to be to me. It just says any creature within 5 feet, so I think it's everyone as long as they can hit it.
If the creature is within 5 feet of you,
Yeah, it has to be within 5 feet of me.
and everyone gets advantage on it.
Yes.
Sweet, okay. The giant iguana. This one is gonna go 5, 10, 15, and it is gonna make an attack at An-Zaw. They also have pack tactics.
Nice.
And it is gonna go for it is gonna go for a bite attack on An-Zaw. 16 to hit.
16 just hits.
Sweet.
6 damage.
Right.
Oh no, half to 3.
Is that 16?
Ration. Boink.
I don't think it should have had it.
What?
Because the iguana will gain advantage if an ally is within 5 feet of its target.
Yeah.
So it can't be the ally for itself, surely.
Yeah, it can't be. Yeah, so it's just a straight roll.
Yeah, which is 16.
Oh, cool.
You didn't roll advantage.
I didn't realise it didn't show up. Sorry.
No, I just rolled a straight roll.
Sick.
Sweet.
He was just
this
putting that in
one
the chat so we know.
is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. With the intention of coming towards the group, and it's like bang, smack on there. And what did you say it was, Mummers? Dex save?
15 dex save.
Cool. So, did you say it goes prone?
Yes.
Yep. So this one over here is prone, and this one is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it is going to try and take a claw attack at Fen.
Let me just have a look at something, because that is actually within range. Oh, within 5 feet of me, never mind.
Cool. 9, I'm guessing, does not hit Fen.
Nope.
Alright. It is your turn, Fenaguru.
I'm going to see this and take. Oh wait, I just chose it. I'm going to back up 5, 10, 10 feet. I'm going to take a attack of opportunity.
Sweet.
Unless I'm still in range.
No, you're definitely not in range anymore. So as you try to like back out, he's gonna like lunge forward and go for a bite.
Ooh, 19 does
19
hit.
to hit, dealing 3 damage. Sweet.
And use Wrath of the Storm. So he needs to make a dex save.
Dex save coming up.
What would that be against? So
That is a 4, my dude.
I'm assuming that's a fail. I
Uh-huh.
don't know what my dex thing would be though.
Well, it's like at least 8, isn't it? Because it's 8 plus proficiency plus
Yeah.
something.
I'm just trying to figure out for the actual.
What's your
if I
spell
do need to use it.
casting thing?
My spell is 14.
It's to know that Barry has proficiency in shields.
Good to know. So what we're doing, 2d8.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's annoying.
Wait, Frafilu can use shields?
Yep.
You take 8 points of lightning damage.
8 points, no problem.
And then I'm going to cast Witch Bolt on the same one.
Which bolt?
Oh, Witch Bolt. Let's have it.
7. Does not hit.
Both ends of the spectrum, hot damn.
Yep.
Sweet. So
that's
like
20. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
that is ridiculous. So as you like, what did you say the 2d8 was for? That was Witch Bolt, or
No,
was
the
that the one before?
2d8 was for the Wrath of the Storm. It's
So
my reaction for
What does
you
that
hitting
look
me.
like? Is it like lightning from the sky?
No, so like as he's bit into me, like my armor's sort of sparked and like a burst of energy has like shocked it as it's connected.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
lovely.
Like a defensive
Oh, like when you.
shielding.
Yep. Okay, so you've got like a force fieldy kind of thing.
Not really. I still take the damage, but it's sort of like a reaction to being. So imagine like my arm was just having a current running through it, so I'd still get hit, but it retaliates.
You
Nice,
walk everywhere
okay.
shuffling your feet, so you got loads of stats.
Pretty much.
Someone touches you, it's like dead arm.
Sweet. Okay, beautiful. Barry, what are you going to do, my dude?
I'm going to move up 5 and then cast Bane on all 3 of these monsters.
Okay.
You have to make a Wisdom saving.
I think you have advantage. Oh, it's DC. Never mind.
Yeah, so my DC is. Will be a second.
Is that proficiency
12.
bonus 2 or
Should be
3?
the top of your spell.
Change slightly.
Yeah, 12. It is 12. It's a DC 12. 3 Wisdom saving throws I need to make.
3 wisdom saves. Alright.
Pop it in chat scene.
So going from left to right.
Nice
Yeah,
charisma saving throw.
Oh, charisma.
Sorry, yeah, charisma. Sorry, I totally misread
Okay.
that.
So from left to right.
Yeah.
Left. Middle. Right.
Wow, that last
Would.
one's very charismatic.
Yeah, he's just laying on the floor like,
Just
Say
singing.
me like one of your French girls.
And target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's just like a minus. It's like a
Minus
anti.
D4, yeah.
Yeah,
The
It's like anti-blast.
anti-bless.
anti-blast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
And as
Frafilu. Oh, sorry, go on.
bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on. Who's a purple dude? Sorry, I'm not very
An-Zaw.
good. On him, which is it is a bonus action. I'll pop it in.
You can't have both of them up. They're both concentration.
Ah, right. Okay, I will just stay still then.
Sweet. Frafilu, what are you gonna do, my guy?
I appreciate the thought anyway.
I tried.
The Bane should be more than enough anyway.
Yeah, hopefully. It's the 2 I wanted to actually hit more than yeah.
Well,
Yeah, if one was to fail, it was the one on its ass.
I'm used to just running in and kicking shit out of him, but I can't really do it with this character.
No, you can't.
I'm gonna rage myself, and
Don't always give me Hunter's Mark and never pick that. That's weird.
I'm gonna.
That'd be part of your oath.
Ah,
Yeah,
right, okay.
could be.
Can I pass through DJ? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Grand. I'm gonna go. 10, 15, 20,
You have advantage.
and I'm gonna attack that motherfucker with the. Do I have the glaive? Because did like a lot of time pass between me giving it to him? I'm sure we did.
Yeah,
that.
yeah, you have
So
the
we don't
glaive,
have it
and
back.
it's now got like a big octopus beak on one end.
Good, nice. I can take the octopus beak out then. But yeah, I'll attack twice with my with my blade. Not twice, just once. I didn't frenzy. Sorry. That's a 15.
So 15 definitely hits. You are raging, aren't you?
I am indeed, yes.
Sweet. So you deal 8 damage.
Nice. That'll be
Sweet.
that.
Anything else?
Nah, that's all. No bonus action stuff.
All right. So as you like run round it, you like nimbly get into like a fighting stance. You duck around DJ to like get to where you need to go, and you think you've blindsided this guy, and you just like smack it straight across the face with this giant glaive, and then like point the beak at it as if you're gonna like stab it. Bazok is gonna run straight forward 5, and he is going to go straight in for 2 attacks with the captain's cutlass. 1 and 2. Holy fuck. dealing 8, 9, 10, dealing 19 damage.
Wow.
Sweet. Gamjaw's turn is taken up by Coaxal, who is gonna aim the cannon at this one over here. And
It will be at disadvantage because it is prone.
sweet.
Mm.
Bum, 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 bum. So this is the mounted cannon. So I haven't made a attack button thing for this.
Well, you want to save anyway.
Say again.
If it's a saving throw, that's fine.
Sweet. So if this guy is prone,
I don't think it makes a difference.
He
yeah.
would fail this thing.
Or does it fail dex saves instantly?
Surely.
I thought they would have had like disadvantage if they were prone.
I don't know whether it works like that. I'll have a look.
Disadvantage isn't too unacceptable either.
Well,
Just
he's
depends.
covered in like oil and tar, so even if he's trying to dodge it, he's gonna have disadvantage trying to get out of the way anyway. So he rolled a 3, and he will take 1d8 plus 3 / 1 plus
Very
3.
good.
He will take 5 damage.
No, it has nothing to do with dex saves. Only
Okay.
movement option is to crawl unless it stands up. It has disadvantage on attack rolls, and attack rolls are with advantage if they are within 5 feet.
It's also pushed 5 feet back.
And he's gonna go. Just like slides across the floor. Alright. DJ seeing Frafilu boff this guy in the chops is gonna go 5, 10, 15, and he's gonna come and join him. And
guy.
he's gonna like time it perfectly. And he's gonna go for a marauder scimitar attack. Boom, 18 to hit.
Do a roll it again in case he crits.
He would not have got sneak,
He has advantage though.
but he does have advantage, so I'll roll it a second time. 24, bit the shed. So I'm going to take the first attack roll. He does 4 damage to the one on the right. Sweet. Coaxal.
Didn't he use it to shoot the cannon?
Coaxal.
I don't know how you're working
Yeah,
with
so it was on Gamjaw's back, so Gamjaw couldn't really move or attack anything. Coaxal fired it, and they're going to work together to try and reload it.
Okay, cool.
Talen-Ra, what do you want to do?
I think. I am just gonna go for a scimitar attack.
Sweet. They have that. Does that hit? No, that does not hit. I'm afraid, my dude.
Okay, cool. Well, that'll be me done.
Sweet. An-Zaw.
Well, I was gonna say An-Zaw's thing is still probably in it, so he's just gonna try and twist it.
What, he's going to twist the glaive?
Is it still in the creature, or is he like pulled it out?
Oh, well, I imagined you were going for like a slashing attack with it as opposed to like a stab.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fuck it. I'll keep my. I'll hold my what's the word I'm looking for? Not action. Holding my ground and just going to attack again.
Sweet.
11.
Do you? Okay. Are you raging?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay.
That's the. I don't
you-
think I get advantage from my wolf thing. It's everybody
That's
else.
So you do another 7 damage. Are you attacking the one on the right or the left?
Yeah, I'm keeping engaged with this one.
So the one on the right for 7 damage. It is looking definitely bruised and a little bit blooded. Did you want to move anywhere?
Now I'm just gonna hold my ground.
Sweet. This giant iguana is gonna go 5, 10, and make another dex as it tries to like fly through this thing.
Drifting.
What's the DC on it, Mummers?
13,
your-
wasn't
13, yeah.
So if it meets it,
it?
that means it
It passes, yeah.
passes, yeah?
It literally just drifts round the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Generate
And
drift.
Absolutely. He's going to come down and he's going to go for an attack on Bazok as well. With the old pack tactos. And he is going to like run in with a biting attack. 19 to hit, dealing 9 piercing damage. Sweet. This second one is going to go for a claw attack. 23, dealing 11
Oof.
slashing damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's a lot of you and you're all pretty heavy, so I've had to make these attacks reasonably good.
Yeah.
This one, after seeing Frafilu and DJ taking chunks out of it, is just going to turn straight round and he's going to go for a giant bite attack at DJ.
I would like to take a attack of opportunity
Okay,
because I have Sentinel.
go on then. Make your attack of opportunity, sir.
Thank you very much. I'll sort of just be like, hey, I'm over here.
Sweet, 25 absolutely hits,
Holy fuck.
dealing 16 damage. Oh my god.
Look at me when I'm stabbing at you.
He's not looking good at all. And I take it that the 12 did not hit. I don't know why I'm talking to myself. What a fool. Fen.
Full of beans.
I am going to just run back up next to the captain and take a swing at this guy.
Do it.
Actually, I'm going to use booming blade to counter it.
Booming blade.
You only need to know about it if it moves, or after, if I hit it as well.
Okay.
12.
12 hits.
Alright, doing 4 bludgeoning.
Sweet.
The target moves 5 feet or more. Takes 1d8 thunder. Damn!
Lovely. Alright. Anything else?
No, that's everything.
Sweet. So, you just basically run up, and as this giant iguana's finished like slashing at Bazok, you just like throw your warhammer like on an under arc, like an uppercut, and just crack it straight in the chin. Barry, what are you gonna do next?
Gonna move up 5, 10, 15, 20. Hit the one right in front of me.
Sweet.
With my hand axe with what do you call it on it? Divine Smite.
Ooh.
Hand axe. Boom.
21 definitely hits. Dealing 15 damage.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna do Ruffle Smite. But that doesn't happen until my next turn. I'll pop it in
Sweet.
chat for you.
Okay. So you jump straight through the fray. You dodge around Gamjaw, nimbly roll past Bazok, and
Big
just
boop on the nose.
lunge forward and just crack it straight on the snout with your hand axe, spraying blood all over the floor.
Yes.
I say that drops Bane,
hope-
but I
and
don't
hope
think
I
you've been
don't-
using it anyway.
Ah,
No, I
right.
completely forgot. Frafilu, what are you going to do?
More hit. More hit.
Arr.
Okay. That glaive definitely hits. Dealing 7 damage. How do you want to end this boy on the right?
How would I like to end him?
Hmm.
With a straight stab, like that.
Sweet.
Through him, ready for
An almighty
So the iguana backs up slightly, and it sort of lunges forward and up on its back legs, and you take the opportunity to just get down low and just spear it straight through the chest, and as it comes towards you, you spear it and push it to the side, and it just collapses in a heap down here.
Wonder.
Okay.
I'll move.
Yeah.
The
Do
skeleton has partially come back to life.
just ahead.
25, 30.
cool. Basil.
Got our own pack tactics.
Fresh Gruyere.
Bazok is he is going to sheath the cutlass, and he is going to go for a bite attack of his own and just go absolutely savage. But it doesn't. If he is it anyone that's within 5 feet of you, Dan, or anyone that's in 5 feet of other people?
Oh, it's dead. The enemy has to be within 5 feet of him.
No, Dan's pack tactics thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it we all get pack tactics if
the target is attacking Dan within 5
Yeah.
feet.
So Dan needs to be next to the creature that's attacking. So it'd be fine for the one that's died, but not the other two that are still left.
Sweet, I'm with you.
What I've just noticed is that the skeleton and the thing line up really well. So it looks
It's
like
being reanimated.
It's undressed.
The undead iguana.
Undressed
All
with
right.
its flesh.
Gamjaw and Coaxel are gonna fire another cannon. Boom, and they're gonna go for the one on this side. Dex DC 12. Oof. So as the guys fire, it just goes straight through the middle and lands on this side down here. DJ is gonna follow Frafilu. He's gonna run up this side 10, 15, 20, and he's gonna jump up and go for a scimitar attack on this boyo right here.
What boy?
There we go. So many layers. 19 to hit, dealing 5 slashing damage. Alright, that one is also looking rather weak at the moment. Coaxel is going to help Gamjaw reload the cannon. Talen-Ra.
Alright.
Right, I'm back.
Sweet.
What's happened?
We killed him.
Yeah, 5.
We all died.
turn.
Cool. Love a
Um,
TPK.
Activate my little Eldritch cannon
Mm-hmm.
and do my fire thing.
Oh shit!
Well, like a flamethrower.
Yes.
Not the little fire thing.
In 15-foot cones of like spraying like just sort of north.
Mhm.
So I'll be able to hit them too. They need to make a DC 13 dex save. I think.
Okay. So I'm gonna go from left to right.
Mhm.
Left 7 and 18 for the one right in front of you somehow.
The one blocking all the fire. Yeah.
Yeah, the one blocking all the fire, like jumps out of the way, and just this one at the back didn't see it and just gets pure toasted.
The one who fails takes 9 fire damage. The one who passed takes 4.
9. Okay. The
Dried
one
up
who
a bit.
passed takes 4.
Big damage for a little fire thing.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do on your turn after you've just like cooked these boys
No,
apart?
removed an action and all that sort of thing.
Sweet. So as this middle one is like snapping at these three, you like spin round and like edge past DJ. You flick open this thing on your arm and you just unleash this like torrent of flames.
Toasty
An-Zaw.
Right, what do I see?
You see a dead iguana right in front of you,
Okay.
and you see the two snapping at Bazok and Barry. Frafilu is edging round the back. What is it you're wanting to look at?
I just wanted to know what was happening. Would I be able to basically shout to DJ so he can give me sort of like a boost so I can kind of jump over, maybe land around here?
Mm-hmm. Don't see why not.
So like an assisted jump.
I'll say he can use his reaction as long as we can do some kind of acrobatics, athletics skill check.
As long as you do a flip, I'll allow it.
Sure. I can try and do a flip.
Do a flip. Go on.
Hey, yo, Spider-Man, do a flip.
Do a flip.
Sweet. All right. So you what do you
I'll
shout
just
to
look
DJ?
over to DJ. I'll be like, DJ, give me a boost.
All right. He immediately like turns to face you. And he like holds his hands out.
And I will boom. 18.
Sweet. So he is gonna roll a quick athletics. Anything over 10, I'm gonna say you managed to do it. Yeah. So he launches you into the air. You like sail through, doing a huge flip, and you get ready to land here.
Cool. So I'm here now.
Yes, you are.
Then I will move 5 more feet. Can I just look at these two to see sort of how they're looking?
Yeah. The one in the middle is considerably more damaged than the other.
Right. I will attack the one that's stronger.
Okay.
So I just go El Stabber.
Cool. 15 definitely hits. Dealing 9 damage. Good. Both of them are looking pretty bloodied by this stage. The giant iguana, seeing you like flip over, is going to it's gonna turn and look at Oh shit. It's gonna turn and look at An-Zaw, and both of them are going to like follow you with their eyes, and they're both gonna make a bite attack at you. First one. Oof,
Oh shit.
28 to
Damn.
hit, dealing 13 damage.
Halved to 6.
My
Mhm.
guy.
And the second one is also gonna make a snap at you. 11,
12
12
doesn't
to hit.
hit.
Sweet, okay. Alright, Fen.
I'm just going to just take another attack. Mm. 8. Nope. Oh no, I have
8.
advantage on it because he's in range of the
Yep.
creature.
Mhm. So are
Good
you attacking the
old
one in the middle?
off turn.
Yeah, it's the only one I can reach.
Sweet. How do you want to do it?
As it's sort of turned itself away from me, I'm just going
Mhm.
to just sort of swipe out its back leg, rush alongside of it, and just hit it in the top of the head with the hammer.
Nice.
Big distraction points.
Lovely stuff. So this one like falls to its knees as you take its back leg out and then just like impale its skull into its own head. Barry.
I will attack the remaining one standing.
You have advantage on that as well because I attacked it.
Okay, with a Ruffle Smite and my Divine Smite on it. Let's put that in for you. And then
Alright, so what
basically I
wisdom
think it's gonna
check?
die.
There's a very good chance it's gonna
I'll
die.
just attack first and we'll sort that out. Otherwise happens. 15 to hit.
15 to hit, dealing 14 damage.
Plus a
That
1d6.
Yeah, that already takes it out.
Okay.
How do you want to do it?
I'll smack it in its left eye and then like the smite energy will blow out its brain through the right eye. I guess.
Nice.
Tasty.
So
Something
that
like that.
So does it come out of your hand or does it come out of the axe?
Out the axe, like out
Yeah,
the
so as
blade
you like
edge.
carve it in the face with this axe, it's the right side of its head just starts bubbling, and then like this beam of light fires out the left side and just like sprays viscera all over this side here, and it just like drops to the floor, and you can like see a big hole straight through the side of its face.
Hey,
Gnarly.
I think
That,
it's
my
dead.
dudes, is the end of combatter.
Nice.
Well done.
Good job, guys.
Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'll carve some meat off them if that's alright.
Absolutely.
I'll cut their tails off.
Yeah. Try and get a weapon.
Sweet.
Same
Okay.
fucking Dark Souls.
I would like to eat some of the whale meat. that I
I thought you
have.
could say some of them. It's like, are you one of the
Yeah.
cannibals as well?
That was meant to
Filthy
be
boy.
Do you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, could I do that?
You want to eat one of the
Brethren.
brethrens?
One of these dudes, yeah. The
Yeah, sweet.
flamingos made me hungry.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
choose
First
the
things
cat.
first. Are you doing the whale meat or not?
No, I'm just gonna take a massive bite out of the one in front of me.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Is anyone else going to try and take some iguana meat?
Yeah, I'll just chop one right in front of me.
Alright, so Barry and DJ. Alright, you get yourself some
Oh, that
iguana
looks
meat.
fucking rank, man. What the
Done it.
Oh man, I would not eat that.
No, you won't, would you? Danny boy, you will regain 3d4 plus 3.
Get in.
But yeah, it's going to take a couple of minutes before it fully.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, That's
Love
not
that 6
great.
health.
God damn, just son of a
3d4,
bitch.
1, 1, and 1.
Oh, is it +3 as well?
Plus 3. 3d4 plus 3.
Okay.
6.
Alright. So I'm on
That's fucking so shit.
45.
You could have had 15 or 6, and you had 6.
Yep. What's my max HP?
Sweet.
Do you know what? That's not actually too bad. I'm only missing 2 HP.
I mean, it can't
Not
get
as bad-
worse. It
It's
literally
not as
can't
bad
get
as I
worse.
thought. Alright, it's not as bad as I thought. Let's just have that. I'm only missing 2 health. We're good.
Alright. Where do you want to go? What do you
DJ,
want to do?
take notes.
Do I get their tails?
Yeah, you get. Oh, sorry, Fraser.
do it. I can imagine I just fucking smash one.
Where are you, Fraser? Sorry,
Oh,
guys, I'm gonna have to
jeez.
show it to you all once more.
Oh my god. I didn't see that before. I mean, rotisserie for a while with like some time, that would be nice. But like,
It won't look good.
yeah, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I'd eat the sashimi version.
Sweet.
It's
So,
incredible, apparently. What the fuck?
Fraser, add yourself one, like, or I guess 3 giant iguana tails, but class it as 1 iguana meat.
Nice.
Dan, you have eaten yours, and Dean, you also have some iguana meat as well. Does anyone want to do anything else?
No, I'm good. I'll just look to the captain to see which way we're going.
Sweet. Bazok is going to watch you lot hacking these guys to pieces, and he's just going to take a deep breath. And he's going to look up at the volcano. and
He
start
almost stood
heading
in the grease.
in this direction. Let's make him do yeah, he's going to have to. Dexterity saving throw. He slips, and Bazok goes prone in the grease.
I'll walk by and offer a hand. Help him up.
He's like, so, thank you, Ven. Not my proudest moment. I am too eager to get to our destination. I was not looking at the ground.
I too share your eagerness to see what mighty beast we are here to slay.
That's the spirit, my friend. Come with me. And he shouts to the others. He's like, when you're done feasting on our brethren, we have beasts to slay.
Arr.
Alright.
So we all head up this side and through the forest. We travel for what feels like a couple of hours, just getting closer and closer to the base of the volcano. And you can start to like taste the ash in the air. It becomes incredibly warm. The ground beneath your feet begins to start to get almost too hot to walk on, as the amount of grass and greenery is slowly starting to dissipate away.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Before we
So-
start this, I'm gonna be like off for like 10, half 10 or something because I'm getting up at 5 o'clock. So
Okay, we'll try and do this as quick as physically possible.
Well, I was thinking of heading off pretty soon.
All right.
Yeah.
It's up to you. We can leave it here if you want and do the rest next time.
Could do, yeah. I wouldn't mind.
When is next time? Is it next year now? Because obviously it's Christmas next week.
Maybe.
Oh, shut up.
Yes, I'll be pretty knackered on the 27th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends what you guys want to do.
I think we'll play it by ear over Christmas and New Year and stuff, because
Yeah.
I'm still not cemented on what I'm doing, and like,
Yeah.
no doubt I'll be busy almost every day. Like,
Yeah.
we'll see. What we
I
do.
might even be in Manchester. I don't know what's going on yet. So
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll probably be around, so I'll play it by you guys.
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, it probably will be next year for me, though. Or